Yes, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò Lady K Ifeoluwa show. The beautiful baby of Yoruba nation. Àbí mi ò fine ni. Baba ṣe ni mi ò fine, monkey no fine, mama like am. Ẹjọ́ tó yọ lọ́wọ́ fi fine yẹn, wọ́n fi gbowó báǹkì. Wọ́n ò dẹ̀ fi gbàwé lọ́dọ̀ ìjọba. Ẹ ṣé ẹjọ́ mọ́ fine. Mímí go tẹ̀ wá kí fine. Tí n bá fine mi ní gbádùn ayé mi. But mi mo ṣe wọ̀wọ́ tí mo ugly yìí, mo gbádùn ayé mi dákú. Mi ìréyàn yọ mí lẹ́nu. Mi ìréyàn dà mí láàmú. Wọ́n ní Lady K today ó tọ́ ni tóbìnrin bá ti fáìn ju ọmọ pé wàhálà ni ọkùnrin ò ní jó gbádùn òun nínú mi ṣe máa ń dùn bí mi ṣe fáìn yìí pé Ọlọ́run ṣe o mo ṣe dá mi ká ní mo lọ fáìn ni mo tún wá jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ orí social media wọn ní jẹ́ ń gbádùn so ẹ má jẹ́ fáìn ṣe ti gbọ́ I love myself mo ti gbede ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ìkànnì yìí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ má bóyá comment section mo fi lédùmarè bẹ̀yìn ṣé is a matter of time o mi ní máa gbé àwọn program ìgan wá mọ́ yes it's a matter of time ẹ̀kọ́ la fẹ́ kọ́ adẹ̀ ti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ dáadáa lóríṣiríṣi àbá àti ìkẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó bá yẹ pé kí n ṣe máa gbé wọn wá ẹ kọ sí comment section ẹ má búyàn tó bá yẹ pé kí n má bọ́ gbé wọn wá mọ́ ẹ yẹ ká debate tó bá yẹ pé kí n má gbé àwọn program wá mọ́ ẹ kọ sí comment section a ní page tá fi rànù Yorùbá Nation program ẹ lè rí fúlákà ń bẹ láyé Yorùbá Nation nìkan ni so tó bá yẹ ká má gbé àwọn ilé wa mọ́ ẹ kọ síbẹ̀ anyway mo tún ti lọ gbede please and please don't bully anybody don't harass anybody don't insult anybody we are just here to learn one or two things from this show we are here to learn from this show that is why I'm here and I don't want anybody to write bad comments on my program on my platform please don't put any bad comments don't harass anybody don't insult anybody don't bully anybody we are not here to curse anybody we are here for love. We are here to make love, to smile, to learn. We are here to make love, to smile, to learn. That is the reason why we are here. We are not here to fight anybody. On this platform, we don't hate anybody. I, Lady K Ifeoluwa show. I did not do what? I did not hate anybody. I love everybody. Everybody on social media, I love them. That is why you can never see me harassing anybody. You cannot see me bullying anybody. You cannot see me insulting anybody. Because I stand for love and peace. I stand for love and peace. YouTube, this page is for love and peace. Not for harassment. Not for insulting people. Not for bullying people. This Lady K Ifeoluwa show page, YouTube, is for love. Ẹ jẹ́ àjọ débẹ̀ yín ìyá mi ẹ̀yin bàbá mi ẹ má gbàgbé kẹ́ subscribe sí YouTube channel wa kẹ́ tọ notification bell bákan náà ẹ má gbàgbé yín tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lodge sí Nàìjíríà apartment tẹ́lẹ̀ lodge sí ó wà available a máa sọ gbogbo yẹn later ẹ tẹ́ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ tún sáré kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà ojú òní tì yín.
You know, I am a proper Yoruba girl. I'm from a very good home in Lagos Island and I am from a royal family. So please, anybody commenting on this particular king, please be mindful of what you comment on it. Thank you all. So I came across the king, you know, a story about him. I think about 2 weeks ago or so, or last week, I saw cutie_Joe's cuties on Instagram. Welcome, good evening. Oh my God, this how are you, ma? So I saw the story of this king that Idena is in Ogun State. Okay, thank you so much. He's in Ogun State. So there is this story going around since last week that Oba Onidena, you know, as a side chick. It's not about having a side chick. He's a king. So when I read it, I was like, so, you know, a king having a side chick. And you know, it's not about him having the side chick that's the matter now. Is that this side chick, the cutie just said, let me read it out. Remember when Glamour told you that King of Idena has given his first wife beating of her life because of side chick? That is where we are going. So this is a king, a prominent Yoruba king. I know there was a king in, I think, Ekiti or Akure, somewhere. Please, if you remember that king that beat his wife up, he was dethroned because of that. Do you understand? Where were you, sir? Yeah. He was dethroned because he beat his wife up. It is something to your body to take more so we can Obano Yahweh. Now, allegedly, this is, I am not believing what this the cutie has written, but I'm reading it out. So allegedly, they said Glamour told you that King of Idena has given his wife, his first wife, beating of her life because of side chick. Wọ́n ní kábíyèsí wa kádépẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Wọ́n ní wọ́n na ìyàwó wọn. Wọ́n ní wọ́n na ìyàwó wọn. Wọ́n ní wọ́n fọ́ orí ìyàwó wọn. Wọ́n ní wọ́n gbá etí ìyàwó wọn. Allegedly ni o. You understand? Wọ́n náà ti fẹ́ lu ìyàwó wọn pa nítorí ọmọge kan tó le tó dúró lẹ̀. Ṣé you understand? We know that it's not easy for most of these kings that are on social media. I remember this one they call King Kiloman that was reading about 2 months ago that they are calling him one. You remember that king that they were playing with him? They were calling him one pet name. So if a king comes on social media, what you understand? So I don't know if this king met this lady through social media, but I'm just saying that the society we are now is full of babes. Even so it's not easy. When you see big one, you may have that. So for a king, but when a king is always out there, cap baby, they call him cap baby. God bless you. Let me laugh a little bit. Where is my laughter? Cap baby, they call him cap baby. You can imagine a whole king come up with any cap baby. So they call that one cap baby. The cap BAC is always on social media sitting down. That's man, come and fish here. Cap baby. So, anyways, this particular Idena king, Kabiesi, like I said, let me continue reading, and I will submit what I feel, sir, as your child. Ọmọ yín ni mí, tó gbogbo àwọn ọmọ onídìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ báyé ẹ̀yin bàbá wa jẹ́ ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí wa tá fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ tá fi ń dárúkọ yín kábíyèsí ọba Lukman Idena ẹ̀yin la wá pè lédi o mi ò pe orúkọ yín síkú mi ò pe orúkọ yín sáhùn o mo wá pe orúkọ yín wípé kẹjọ Guilty Jews is begging and has called on all Nigerians to please speak to Oba Idena that he has locked his wife, his Olori, this Olori. So you want he has locked her up because of side chick. Because he feels that his wife, his Olori, is going on the internet to speak to bloggers. Wípé òun ló lọ ń gbé àwọn fún bloggers. Wípé àwọn fẹ́ babe yẹn. So because of that, wọ́n ti fẹ́ lu allegedly. Bí màá ṣe ẹbí ẹni Guilty Jews yìí ṣe sọ. Ó ní ọba ti fẹ́ lu ìyàwó wọn pa. Ó ní wọ́n ti fọ́ wọn ní ojú kan báyìí. Wọ́n náà ti fẹ́ lu wọn ṣe. Wọ́n náà ti wọ́n nítorí kí ni? How dare you go and be talking about me to bloggers because mo fẹ́ ìyàwó kejì. Wọ́n jẹ́ kí n kà tán. Alege. Fanilat. Okay. They said, sorry. Hold on, darlings. Guilty Jews said, remember when Glamour told you that King of Idena has given his first wife beating of her life because of side chick? Now, I heard the king has locked up his wife at the police station since yesterday. He claims the wife told Guilty Jews about the beating. Because according to this blogger, he has been beating his wife. Boya ya woka woni o, boya o she o, or you understand? But because you have been beating your wife, allegedly, as said by this blogger, your wife, I don't know if she did o. You know we women, anyone who can be jet, boy up I want bloggers say ọkọ mi baba wa Idena nítorí ọmọ burúkú yo, ó ti fẹ́ lù mí pa o. Hey, so I don't know, but because of that now, the king now has locked his wife up in police station. Oba Idena, kábíyèsí wa kádípẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Ọmọdé lẹ fi joyè, ẹ fẹ́ igi, ẹ fi jobi lórí oyè. Èmi wá bẹ̀ yín ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí obìnrin. Àwọn obìnrin aláṣejù ni wá dádì. A máa ń ṣàṣejù. You are a king. Ọba máa ń ba lórí ohun gbogbo ni. Èèyàn ní dádì wa ọ̀ ní kábíyèsí o, kádípẹ́ lórí sà. Ilẹ̀kùn 6 lọ́kàn níjọ́ kan. Ìkeje, ìkẹjọ, ìkẹsàn, ìkẹwàá, 100 wà nínú apálàsì tó dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí ayaba. Kò sóbìnrin tó lè mú wọn. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ọba máa ń fi obìnrin, wọ́n máa fi ń ṣe iyì ni. Nǹkan yìí ni fóbìnrin. But this particular king, I start wondering, why beating your wife? I am not judging you, sir, ẹjọ́, because according to what they said, kí ó tó di pé ìyàwó yín gbé ẹjọ́ yín lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn bloggers. She went to the bloggers because she didn't enjoy her marriage again. Her adventure, you have been doing me and my wife, me and my husband, and she felt there is a woman coming to take over from her. So the blogger is now saying, there is Royal Majesty, Oba of Idena. Please, your wife did not come to me with this gist. This is my honest truth. Please leave the poor woman alone. As we speak, according to this juicy, the king has locked his wife up. After beating his wife, according to him or her that has written this, or to lock her up. And this blogger is only begging the king now. And I am using my little voice to beg you, sir. I don't know if the queen has children for you, sir. Please, sir, forgive her. Oba Idena, ìyàwó yín ṣẹ̀yìn, àgbà bẹ́ẹ̀, ó lọ ń wòjọ́ yìí fún bloggers. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ sir, by you locking her up, has shown that, you know, I don't want to say certain things, sir. Because of a side chick, because she's not yet your wife. So many men, I always preach it, they tend to forget where they are coming from. So many of our men, when they are blessed, they tend to forget what we have gone through with ourselves. But sir, because Eije Oba, see if this lady can tell the whole world that you were beating her. And that was why she went to the bloggers. And the blogger is even saying, Kenneth Williams, sister, how are you, sis? This blogger is saying, that it was not your wife that brought the gist. You know, in palaces, there are loads and loads of amebo like me. They are there. They are watching you. Whatever you do with your family, they will go and tell outsiders. How do people get to know about Oni's matters from the palace? It is because of all the people living in the palace. See, definitely, the gist must have emanated from the palace. It might not be your wife, sir. And then, does it mean sir? I am very sure Nigerian police that arrested the woman herself because of words and locked a woman up. This is a message to Nigerian police. Please, if it is true that you have Oba Idena's wife in your custody, this is a domestic matter. Why will she be locked up? For what? This is the side chick according to them. But the wife too is beautiful. That is the side chick. That is the side chick according to this gist, quitty gist. And this is, you know, when the story broke the other time, this was when they showed her. You understand? They showed her where she and the king were doing loving. That's, oh, I don't know. This is, look at them. You know, the king is a king. He's entitled to marry as many wives as he's able to, you know, take care of. And Ile Yoruba, like I said, a man fi Oba Iyawo afin toleni nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Even Joba, the one that is not even a king. So many of them, one Iyawo méjì mẹ́ta mẹ́rin. Kábíyèsí, tó bá yẹ pé ẹ ná ìyàwó yín, you have exposed yourself to the public, sir. Because by you locking her up, ó tún máa open eyes. Ẹ má gbàgbé o, a king was dethroned because ó ná ìyàwó ẹ̀. Kí lẹ̀kọ́ tẹ̀ ń kọ́ àwọn aráàlú tẹ́ bá ná ìyàwó yín? If you're a wife beater, as a king, as a paramount ruler, ẹ̀kọ́ wo lẹ̀ ń kọ́ àwọn èèyàn mo bẹ̀ yín ni? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kábíyèsí, kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kó tó di bóòlù yá mi. Oba Idena, àwa ń pè yín lórí platform wa, ẹ rí pé ààbò yín àgbàfọ́lọ́run ni, rí pé ọkùnrin ni yín. Most women go through a lot. And that brings me to women matter. A lot of women, I've said it, physical abuse, domestic, emotional abuse, psychological abuse, any form of abuse shouldn't be encouraged by any woman. Once you know that you are going through any form of abuse, please speak out. If it is true that this woman cried out because Efiyaje, Etuwa Musi, Etuwa lock up, Kábíyèsí, kò dá sá o, wọ́n bú orí adé o, wọ́n fọ̀rọ̀ burúkú sórí adé o, ṣùgbọ́n Kábíyèsí wa, Oba Idena, à ń pè yín, please release your wife. This is a domestic affair. This is a domestic problem. Why will the Nigerian police need to pay your ní agbára? Because of the king is so powerful, he can lock anybody up. And the fact that ẹ ti ìyàwó yín mọ́lé nítorí girlfriend, ṣé yẹn náà pọ̀ tó Kábíyèsí? Kayamata wọn ló ń gbé jẹ fún ẹ má bínú sáà o Kábíyèsí. Kò dáa. Tí ò dáa ò dáa. Sorry to say, but the king of nowadays are just like any of, they mostly give power and have no loyalty in them. Èmi ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ Wunmi Ava, because if how are you since it's been a long time. If it is true, ẹ̀yin ọba aládé, ọba tó yẹ pé ẹ máa command ìyàwó yín ni. Mama, àti dórí oyè tán, ọba oníyàwó kan, mo fẹ́ níyàwó kejì. Ẹ máa sọ ni, kò ṣe pé ẹ máa lọ ṣe side chick. Orí adé gan tẹkọ̀ ń fi tẹkọ̀ ń gbé tẹ̀ ń gbé délé ẹ̀yin ní kọ́kọ́ gbogbo àwọn lọ́ba wa ni mò ń sọ o. When you use your orí adé tó jẹ́ pé orí adé orí oyè one done game. Hello Àjọkẹ́ ọmọ Sunday, how are you bro? Are you okay? Kábíyèsí ẹ̀yin odidi ọba aládé ẹ máa gorí gbogbo obìnrin gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba wa mo bẹ̀ yín ni ní gbogbo ilé because of girlfriend ẹ wá tí ìyàwó ilé yín mọ́lé tí àwọn aráàlú bá wá gbé ẹjọ́ wá bá yín if you know you want to have the other side chick number but that side chick babe na babe make we no lie the babe fine sha no be lie no no lie the babe fine if na joke make we no stop am na the babe fine look at her now see the babe do you like her kábíyèsí ele gan tẹ́ bá gbé sílé tó wọ́n tẹ́ bá lówó lọ́wọ́ á lò mọ́ yín lára kábíyèsí yóò bá sówó lọ́wọ́ yín á lò lè mọ́ ilẹ̀ kábíyèsí iṣẹ́ lẹ máa ṣe o anyways ẹ̀yin side chicken náà ẹ̀yin náà please you know I know everybody wants to be in the man's house please ẹ máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ẹ máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ you're coming into a polygamy because the kábíyèsí is a polygamist now and if he is truly ready to marry you no woman has any right to stop the king mo ti sọ dáadáa tí àwọn yín bá wá ń ṣe bó ṣe ń ṣe ẹ wá mú ìyàwó ilé yín ẹ nà bí bẹ̀m̀bẹ́ ànábì ẹ fẹ́ ẹ lù ú ṣèṣe ẹ ti gbàgbé páládé ni yín kábíyèsí tó bá wá ní kẹ bọ́ ilẹ̀kẹ̀ ọrùn kẹ bọ́ adé orí nítorí pé ẹ nà ìyàwó yín ẹ ní wọ́n pariwo orúkọ yín síta gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba ládéládé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá bẹ ọba wa Onídènà wọn náà lu ìyàwó wọn it's not permitted domestic abuse ni Adéyínká Tọ́lání how are you sir ma domestic abuse ni and we are against domestic abuse whichever way you are physically abusing your wife it is not acceptable and for the fact that you are a king the ruler of Idena land it is not permissible it is totally wrong it's condemnable I mean no to domestic violence no to domestic abuse of any sort to any woman ẹ jọ̀ọ́ women are not slaves Adéyínká Tọ́lání you want to see the side chick but the babe fine you know maybe no lie the babe fine see her fine girl she's a fine girl and the wife too is a beautiful woman kábíyèsí bá rántí ìgbà tẹ́ pàdé ìyàwó yìí when she was young I know you didn't meet her that way the way she is now and she's not even looking bad she's still beautiful ìyàwó yìí rèé ẹ jẹ́ kí n fi hàn àwọn èèyàn side chick tẹ́ ṣe pàdé sà kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè ṣe ẹ lè fi side chick wéè ilé ti bímọ á ti ṣàbíamọ ó ti ṣàbíamọ fún yín kábíyèsí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ always think about it men we have gone through childbearing we have stayed with you for a very long time lots of things have changed in our bodies and you're comparing us to the younger ones that you are meeting now and so you're neglecting your wives at home you now look at them as if they mean nothing to you again please emotionally so many women are down ẹ jọ̀ọ́ odidi ọba aládé tẹ́ ìbá lè ṣe irú ẹ̀ how much more àwọn tẹ́ wá ń kójọ ọ̀rọ̀ wo lẹ fẹ́ sọ okay kábíyèsí tí àwọn aráàlú bá gbé ẹjọ́ yẹn wá bá yín wípé kábíyèsí o ọkọ mi náà nítorí ó fẹ́ ìyàwó kejì kí lẹ fẹ́ sọ ẹ ní lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ torí ìgàn náà ìyàwó lé yín allegedly ni o tó bá dé òótọ́ ni tó sọ but please sir I want you to look into this case Nigerian police you have no right to lock up a woman because of domestic issue why did you lock her up I don't know how far but QT Julius on Instagram says we should all beg you he even gave us your number that we should call the king and beg the king to please tell the police to release his wife. It's bad enough that you have beaten her to some points. Now locking her up, ẹ fi ọwọ́ agbára ẹ fi gbà lójú. Ìwé ẹ̀ máa ti bímọ fún yín sáà kábíyèsí tí ó bá dẹ̀ bímọ fún yín àmọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n agbára yẹn ẹ má yẹ kó gùn yìí to that extent sá. Mo bẹ̀ yín ní kábíyèsí wa Ọba Idena. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ Ọba Idena ẹ bá wa pè wọ́n. Nọ́mbà wọn wà lórí QTGs. I cannot release number here because I am not in charge of this case. I just got to see, I saw it. Moreover, it's against, my own policy, sharing people's data, So please, torí Ọlọ́run ọba kábíyèsí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, anybody, you can all go to QT_Jones on Instagram. You will see his page. He has a page on social media, on Facebook. I think his page is called page one, page, but his page is Oba Idena, Oba Onidena of Idena land in Ogun State. Kábíyèsí Oba Onidena of Idena land. You understand? The side chick, we don't know her, but she's a beautiful side chick. So, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kábíyèsí, no woman has right to tell you èmi ò mọ nọ́mbà side chick o, ẹ lọ bá jó sí o, ó lè mọ nọ́mbà side chick tó wọ́n lè lẹ́yìn náà, ẹ lọ bá lọ dóyàwó ọba, ẹ tó bá ti gùn lé lórí, àánú yín ṣe mí. I sorry for you, I am sorry for you. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kábíyèsí wa Ọba Onidena of Idena land, abẹ yín ní ẹ̀yin alágbára, gbogbo ẹ̀yin alágbára ayé, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ take it easy, ẹ rántí pé àwọn kan ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ before you. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ní èèyàn tó ṣubú níwájú ajẹ́ akọ ara ẹ̀yìn tó ń bọ̀, ẹ rántí ọba tó di throne nítorí pé ó na ìyàwó ẹ̀. Tí ayé bá bá yín gbèjì báyìí lọ kábíyèsí, gbogbo ayé máa pariwo yín síta, and your wife will not be able to lie. Tẹ́ bá ti ń na obìnrin, ọba ni yín, nígbà irú ẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kábíyèsí wa, mo mọ̀ pé yóò tiẹ̀ lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ fine, you are a very fine handsome king. Ẹ̀yin calf babes, àbí wọ́n máa ń pè yín, ẹ pọ̀ lórí social media. So many of our kings, ẹ̀yin gan lè máa ń jẹ́ kó fẹnu àtẹ́lù yìí. Do you understand? Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi power tap, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, you are not power tapping at all. Ẹ bá mi power tap, ẹ ju gift. If not, they will think we are inactive and they will take it down. Don't forget, I sell glasses. Please contact me for all your beautiful glasses. The number to call is +44 74 81 3126. +44 81 3126. Call me for all your glasses. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ọba, kábíyèsí wa Ọba Ìdènà, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba ládéládé, ẹ̀yin náà lè máa ń jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa fẹnu àtẹ̀bù yìí. Kábíyèsí wa, ẹ̀yin ni kókó o. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba ládéládé Nàìjíríà, Yorùbá land ni mo ti ẹ̀ bá wí sí. You understand? It is bad. Ẹ̀yin ọba wa la máa rí tẹ̀ ná. Okay, ẹ rántí ọba kan náà ní ọ̀nà Ọ̀tà tó ná èèyàn bí ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ju Ọlọ́run lọ. Ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí wa, kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń wo àwọn ìwà bí ìwà àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò? Kábíyèsí wa, ẹ̀yin kọ́ o. Àwọn ọba míì yẹn ni mò ń sọ o. Ṣóyè yín kábíyèsí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, gbogbo àwọn ìwà yóò da. Èyí lè máa jẹ́ kó bú àwọn ọba. Go and check the Oba of Benin. Ẹ lọ wo àwọn ọba ìlú yẹn. Lè rí gbogbo àwọn ìwà pálapàla yìí kó máa gbọ́rọ̀ wọn síta all the time. No, ìsìnbọn it's not Oba of Ife o. No, eléyìí kábíyèsí Ìdènà of Idena land. Ọba Ìdènà ni o, kò ń ṣe kábíyèsí Ọọ̀ni o. Ọọ̀ni ò nà ìyàwó rí o, mi ò gbọ́kàn nínú ìyàwó rí o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o. Wọ́n kàn kọlẹ̀kùn mẹ́fà méje mẹ́jọ mẹ́sàn-án ni o. Ọọ̀ni ò nà ìyàwó o. Ọọ̀ni kọ́ mo sọ o. Ọba yìí náà sọ o. This particular king náà ní ọ̀nà ìyàwó wọn o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lock ìyàwó wọn up, wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀ wọ́n wípé kọjọ́ pé kí gbogbo wa bẹ kábíyèsí kan fi ìyàwó wọn sílẹ̀. Àwọn ọba wa náà lè máa rí tọ́ wọn máa ráàpù igbó. Àwọn ọba wa lè máa rí tọ́ wọn máa ráàpù igbó. Kábíyèsí, ẹ má bínú o. Àwọn ọba wa lè máa rí tọ́ wọn máa jà. Àwọn ọba wa lè máa rí tọ́ wọn máa lọ patí kiri. Náà máa fọwọ́ gbá wọn níwájú, gbá wọn lẹ́yìn. Ẹ ti bastardize nǹkan tó ń pè ní ọba. Nígbà táwa wà kékeré, our house ní Aṣọ̀gbọ́n street yẹn sí palace of Oyekan bíi 2 minutes walk ni. 2 minutes walk. A máa ń respect ọba. Wọn ò wọ ọba nílẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìnyí, ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti di gbàǹtú ẹ̀yọ̀. Nígbà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn politicians náà ni agbọ́kànlé fún ọba. Kò sí pé Ifá yan ọba mọ́. Ó dàbí Ifá ò yan ọba mọ́. So bóyá torí ẹ̀ ni, torí tí Ifá bá yan ọba, gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ virtues tó jẹ kó wà lára ọba kò sí mọ́. Gbogbo ìwà ọmọlúàbí, before you can say this person ẹ fẹ́ fi jọ olórí ìlú, ẹ fẹ́ jọba ìlú yín, á jẹ́ tó níwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀, á jẹ́ tó níwà tó lè fi tó ṣe é fi hàn pé yes, ó ṣe é fi hàn ìwà ọba. Ṣùgbọ́n gbàtẹ́ pé tó bá ti lówó lọ́wọ́, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, I don't want to talk too much on that. Ó ní agbára, ẹ wò ó, ẹ pè ní prescription lílé ìwà fún, ẹ pé ó yẹ èèyàn, it's beautiful. +44 74 81 31 2624. So Ajoke Omosani, I want you want that glasses. I'm sure this will be this person calling me Ajoke Omosani. I'm sure it is you want to buy the glasses for the side chick. Awu Alata, yes, I'm sure you are the one. So you are from Benin City. So hey, and I'm very sure from your own side, your kings are being respected because you people you honor your king like no man business. You don't joke with your culture. You understand tradition and culture. But see by you see, Kabiyesi, you want one of the glasses? Please, can you call me or send me a message on just DM me. Write down my number +44 74 81 31 2624 +44 74 81 31 +44 74 81 31 2624. Please call me. We have different types of glasses. If you check our page, you will see lots and lots of it there. So Waliko that has called me, where are you? And tell you, okay, I can't find Waliko here. Waliko, where are you? You see now. So my darling, Kábíyèsí, mo rò pé àbọ̀wọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí tó bá dénú ẹ̀ adòdìdì because tó bá bá yín fẹ́ lójú, Kábíyèsí kò funny o. Please, how can I contact you? Send me a message on the messenger on this. After the program, I'll contact you, please. Kábíyèsí tó bá yín fẹ́ lójú, ní láìkẹ́ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run ọba, ní láì láti ti ìyàwó yín mọ́lé kò dáa. ohun tí ò da ní kábíyèsí, we condemn it totally. Kẹ́dẹ̀ máa ná obìnrin, ìwà panṣágà ni ìwà tí ò da ní kábíyèsí, kò da. So now, secondly, let me change for Ifunaya's case. Do we all remember I've been off, so I couldn't treat the Ifunaya's case? Does anybody remember that case? The case of the young lady that, couldn't contact her father for a long time. This is a man that's lived abroad all his life. Like so many of us, like myself and my husband now, we are getting old. And we told the children, we might be relocating. No. My husband has been saying, I want to go back, I'm tired. So once the children are grown, most of our men tend to want to go back home. I'm talking about this Ifunaya's case because of so many marriages that have breaking down. Let me take off this, our king's picture away. I hope I'm able to, okay, let me take the king's picture away and put Ifunaya's picture here. I don't know if I can do it on this one. That's Ifunaya. Do we remember this case? This beautiful girl that saved her father. She saved her father from àwọn aráàlú wọn. Let me see if I have it here. Sorry. Let me just take it off. Yes. Ifunaya's case, I'm sure so many of you have heard about it. So many of you. But I want to bring certain things out of it. That's why I'm talking about it. I will not be going through all the story again. We know already that the man himself, Ifunaya's dad, lived abroad for a very long time, and he decided to go back home to meet his relatives. He has built a mansion, and he felt, I have done my part abroad. I've stayed with the children, ensured that they had good education, and I've decided to go back home. Like I said, so many of us, that's our dream. Do you understand? Every one of us wants to go back home at some point, especially when the children are grown. Now, fathers, our daddies, it is you people that I want to talk to. Ladies, our mothers, you people I want to talk to. Please, get your seats and let's sit down. This particular case of Ifunaya, it was only that God really saved this man. Used his own daughter to save him. No matter what people have been saying, they said because she wanted to renew his kiniko. That is not even the case now. A man packed all his loads and luggages and went back home. That is why you see so many people, they will tell them, don't go and build old house in Nigeria. Hey, they will take it from you. It's a lie. No. And when being knew that there are some terrible families that you don't even want to pray to meet. This is the type of family Ifunaya's dad comes from. According to the story, they said, he moved back home, and after some time, the children couldn't contact him, they couldn't get him, they went back home, and Ifunaya found out that he was just being neglected, all his pension that comes home. Every month, the man was getting about 7 million as his pension from US, and they were just mismanaging it, not even taking care of him at all. Even if they get the money and they use it on him, you still say, at least they are chopping out of it, but they are there. So many experiences that people have had when they send money home to family members to build houses for them. And that is why people always say, I've got a very bad experience. I don't want to do anything in Nigeria. Now, Ifunaya's father, like we know, went back and, unfortunately, they were collecting all this money. They were not doing anything until the daughter went back and picked him up. Why am I talking about this? So many of our men, because at the end of the day, we found out that he was begging his wife when he was brought back to the US, that he was apologizing to his wife, that, if he had known, he wouldn't have gone to Nigeria, and he regrets ever leaving her and all the things he did while they were young. So many of our men have always said it. I know so many campaigns going on that, hey, men, just be keeping yourself. These women are selfish. No, women are not selfish. Women are not selfish. Whatever you sow, you reap. Whatever you sow as young man, you will reap when you grow older. The way you treat your wife, the way you treat your children, you will reap it. It's the old age that you will now know that what I have done when I was younger. Because this man was fortunate. So many people might not be fortunate to have the second chance. So many of you men, you might not be fortunate to have a second chance with your children and your wives. When you decide to go back to Nigeria or to any African country that you have come from, please get your wives along with you. So many of you are building houses, you are keeping it away from your wife, and you are showing only your relatives. You are keeping it away from your children. Because you have just said, all these abroad people, thank you, gifters. Abi, thank you so much, man. You are saying, hey, because this is my wife, hey, I want to build myself. Because of what you are hearing from Olu Oriyomi Hamzat and others. I know we have so many stories. Tomagbewa, that people think women are wicked. But not all women. Whichever way you have treated your children when you are young is the way you'll be treated when you get old. We have seen people on this platform that they said, when you come to the US, that the majority of men in their homes, in care homes now, are Nigerian men that are old and they have nowhere to go. Those ones that have wasted their lives when they had the money, when they were, when they were younger, when they had the opportunity to show their wives love, show the children love, they were, gallivanting and enjoying themselves. You've forgotten that one day you have no power to walk again. You will need your women. When you decide to go back to Africa, please have a plan with your wife. Look, women, we are smart. When we sit down and say, darling, it's not yet time, we know what we are talking about. But when you have decided to go, please do not go alone. Never. Men, never. God just gave this man the opportunity to see another, life. Peradventure, it was good a bit to the children. He might have his issues with the wife. Some of you, most men, especially you Nigerian men, you will abuse your wife. I was watching one of I don't want to talk about that now. Anyway, I was watching one of the person we spoke about yesterday. Yeah, let me talk. I was watching one of Emanuela's video. Let me show you the video. I was watching it. I don't know. I just went to that page today. I don't know why I went to her page. And I was watching. Wait. I'll show you the video now. Look at this video. I'll show you one by one. TikTokers, I'll show you. Look at this video. This is for TikTokers first. This was March this year. March this year. I want you to watch this. March this year. When Alhaji Wasiu was having his birthday. March. So this was March. I will explain why I'm playing this video. This was March. Look. March this year. March this year. March. This was March this year. Alhaji Wasiu and Emanuela. I will tell you why I'm talking about it now. March this year. He had his birthday in his hometown. His resident. Where is that place? Is it free? Okay, I'll check. Hey, in Ijebu. This was in Ijebu. Just this March. March. And they are far. They were praying for the two of them. Emanuela stood as the wife. Odishagbola. Emanuela was the only wife there. You understand? This was just March here. After the burial and all that. Yes. I just want to let you know one thing that happened there. This was March. I want to talk to you about emotional abuse. How it works. Emotional abuse, you are there. You cannot even recognize it. Some of us do not recognize it. This was March this year. And according to our source, Emanuela has moved out of that house for how many years now? She has not been living there again. According to our source, the marriage has been off for a long time. But she has been keeping it from the general public. What kind of love is this? Just this March, she was there acting as a wife. Meanwhile, Yangela Bele. Meanwhile, Koishe Yawomo. What did you want party as at that time? That is emotional abuse. There is nothing you can tell me about this. In this video, if you watch it very well, go to her page. She was standing behind Alaji when the Afa was playing, and all others Afa, they were playing together. She was standing like BNT. She was. You will see the fear in her. That is what they will do to you when you are emotionally abused. Yes, you might not recognize it, but I'm telling you, watch out. When you have no say in a relationship that when you started, the man made you feel like you are everything. You have always been, in charge of the relationship for a very long time. The man portrays you as everything, and all of a sudden, you have no say again in that relationship. She was standing behind, and when, yes, go on. Can I ask you a question? Go on. She was standing. She was just doing like this, praying, amen, amen. Peradventure, she came that day from Lagos just to showcase that people will still think they are together. Now, she was like this. And the next thing, Alaji asked her to come. Come to the front. Rachel Akonde, how are you? There is nothing as traumatizing as emotional torture. Sincerely, sis. He now asked her, come to the front. You could see her fidgeting. You could see the fear in her. And she moved to the... We didn't see that as at that time. We didn't know anything was going on. We thought it was just normal. And I even talked about it that day. I said, so even after all this year Titi did, and all this year everybody did that day, she still came as the wife on that birthday. But you could see, when we now look back, I went to watch it today, and I was almost in tears. Because I can imagine a state of mind as at that time. Victim of emotional torture will never speak out. It is just so unfortunate. Yes, Rachel, they don't speak out. Because some of them cannot even recognize when it is when it's emotional abuse. Most women believe that the only way you can be abused is only when a man beats you up. No. When you have no say in a relationship, when you see your man and your heart jumps up, know that there is problem. He called her to the front, and that was when she came to the front and was like this playing. And they said, okay, you should play for yourself. The Alaji touched her like this, and she smiled. She too touched Alaji. Alaji smiled. I'm 100% sure. Immediately after that, that is what most women go through. Because you don't want people to know what you are going through. You are keeping quiet. You are there crying day and night. The society has not helped at all. Your church has not helped. Your mosque has not helped. We other women, we are not helping. Because no matter what, we will say, it is the women that will condemn. It's so unfortunate. Most women are in bondage. People will say, men will always say, what about men? Some men too do go through it, but they don't speak out. Some will even say, okay, this is Ifunaya's father. Maybe he was going through domestic abuse too. That was why he decided to move to Nigeria. Because in America, so many women have been accused, of maltreating their men. But believe me, the higher percentage is of... You said you wanted to ask question, Aduniyo Monile. Please, man, go ahead. So many of us that we cannot speak out. Whatever you are going through in marriage, please, ladies, speak out. There is no perfect marriage. Igbo people would like to stay in the village. And by adventure, somebody said Igbo people would like to stay in the village. Maybe the wife said, no, I'm not going with you. And in fact, it's no that left. Some of you even trust your relatives more than the wife you put in the house. Some of you, your wives do not even know anything about your properties that you have. They have no knowledge of anything that you have. Oh no, you're Mr. Ifunaya's daddy. I be what is this man? You can imagine if it's one of those. Emmanuela really bowed down for that marriage. Aduniyo Monile, of course, definitely. Mr. Peter, yes, Mama Banker, how are you, sis? Mr. Peter, if Mr. Peter, has not even shown I think he was a good father. He might not be a good husband. Some men are not good husbands. They are good fathers. Sure, you understand? So he might not be a good father, a good husband. He might be a good, sure, you understand? Mama Banker, how are you, sis? You get me? He might not be a good husband. He might not be a perfect husband. But oh, we must have been good to the children. When men don't disclose your property, men don't disclose where your properties are. Some men, not all men. Because if this man has not disclosed his property to the children, how would Ifunanya have gone there to save him from there? Kobako Kudan for nothing. After making all his money, suffering in the US with Otutu, he will now go back. Because nobody will know his whereabouts. It's a lesson for so many of you men that you keep things away from your wives, from your children. Please be open in this relationship. Women, be open. Men, be open. Hello to Mr. Peter. Use his own as a case study for you, as a way forward for you, men. Let your children know where your properties are. Let your wife know, because when you die, you die. Okay, when you go, all the wahala you have done, do you want to give it to the family to just enjoy? So what's the essence of you? All the work you have done, what's the essence? What is the essence? My phone is almost gone. Like I said, I don't want to speak too long. You know, so many of you, hey, when you are back to your wife today, when you are home, she will not be there for you. This one, user said, wife, can let your children know. Why can't your wife know? Sir, please, can you come, let me know why you don't want your wife to know. Why would your wife not be Why don't you want her to know about your properties? Why? That's why today, so many of you, why would your wife not know about your properties? Sis, we have to remember that they are Igbo. Their culture is a bit different from Yoruba. Yeah, it doesn't matter because their culture is different from Yoruba. Okay, does it mean that his wife couldn't have gone with him? There must have been something that happened that the wife stayed behind. Do you get me? Because for them to say, okay, it's not all your wives you can disclose your properties to. Please, Bamidele, why? Why can't you disclose your properties to your wives? That means there is fundamental issue there. If you cannot disclose your properties to your wife, that means there is something not very big funny. Oh my God, effects that Mama effects sound effect. So because you come just let me know why so many of you are keeping things from your husband and from your wives. Okay, now, Mr. Prince Bamidele, if this man had not disclosed to the family, yes, they don't consider women have any rights in their culture. Oh, Mama Banke, okay, women don't have anything in their culture. Well, God bless him that he was able to. But this Mr. Prince Bamidele is a Yoruba man. Prince Bamidele, why would you not allow your wife to know about your property? You have your kids abroad going back to Nigeria to do what? What about connecting to your grandchildren and things to do as grandparents, as old parents? Let me tell you, ma, Femishola Azan Adejobi, so many of our men, I don't know, maybe it's ego. They don't want to stay here. Once they know that the children are grown, they want to go back home. They have forgotten that, they are having grandchildren. Stop scaring men with old age. I will scare you people because by the time you get old, then all this your gara will go down. Go and ask. They said majority of you are in care home without any support now in the US. And it's not only in the US. So many of our men that I know of some men that they have not done well when they were raising the children up. And now I will not suffer. Our men don't think about grandchildren, forget it. Madam Azan, most of our men, they think about themselves alone. Grandchildren. It's we women now that we are concerned about, I want to see my grandchildren. I want to take care of my... Most of our men do not care. So, is it better for you to open up to your relatives than your wife? I just want to know, sirs. Because you're just becoming so selfish these days. Sorry to say. You're becoming selfish. Iyawo Ile yóò ní properties tẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ yóò ní more properties tẹ́lẹ̀. All because of this campaign of, obìnrin, they said in one of these programs that the woman said she was not going to forgive her husband to come back home. That the man actually built the house. And she sent him out. We can't read the comments. Okay, let me try. I'm finding it. Let me take that picture out. I'm finding it difficult myself. Okay, I'll just take it out. I think sorry. I'll take it out. Effects. Let me go me bad. Okay. I think we can read the comments now, can we? Some of our men, so many of you. Okay, thank you. You know, ọjọ́ alẹ́ yín ó matter to you too. I'm not saying, I know some women can be terrible. I know some women can be terrible. But please, have good relationship with your children. And what have you done to that woman that has made her that terrible? Let me know. That become a monster. If you treat a woman like a king, like a queen, she's going to treat you like a king. If you treat a woman like a queen, the woman will treat you like a king. Some of you, because you have the opportunity to have good job and to be out there handsome, like my father, my daddy, because of his, connection in the society, he feels he can take any woman and dump at any time. Thank you so much, Zombies. God bless you, man. Some of you believe that you can always have these women just like that. There will be a time when you cannot do it again. Some of you maltreat your wives in front of your children, and that memory, that thing sticks into their heads. Because so many of our women, they even stay in abusive relationship for the sake of children. I've said it, stop staying in abusive relationship because of children. Prince Bamidele said, haven't you seen wives buying their husband in the US just because of life insurance? We have seen men buying their wives too because of insurance, sir. Thank you. I love the necklace. Thank you so much, gifters. So it's not only women that are doing that. Men too are buying their wives. Please, my brothers, don't be scared of old age. Why would you be scared of old age? Prepare your old age now. How do you prepare it? Take care of your children. Look after your wife. Respect your wife. Love your wife. We are talking about that Oba of Idena. Do you think that memory will leave that woman or the children? That one day, my daddy locks my mommy up because of side chicken. Some of you, your children will not forgive you because of the way you have treated their mothers. Guys, you need to do better. All these things goes into the children's head. They are there. They have seen how you have treated their mother. They have seen how you don't respect her. And when you go old, you think they'll be there for you? Or the woman that has never been used to that love between the two of you when she was younger. Because you were always out with the boys. She had only the children. Lots of happy marriages out there. Definitely. It's not all sad stories, man. Febishola. So many of you, you don't have relationship with your women at home. You prefer to be out there with side chicken and boys. And so, a woman that has not been shown love and she has always relied on her children, there is no connection between the two of you while you were younger. So, look after your wife means give her all your money. Never satisfied. No, I'm not saying you should give her all your money. Women are never satisfied. I know. It's natural. But if you do your bit, your children will not forget it. Look at Olu Jacobs. If Olu Jacobs was a bad man, because he's an actor. Just like we are saying, Wasiu Ayinde is a popular man, he's a musician, so many things, women will be, fucking around him. So is Olu Jacobs. So is this guy that, Richard Bufedamijo. Is Richard not fine? Is Richard not every woman's dream? Has he not gone back home for a very long time? Oh, call money. Look at Olu Jacobs now. He's old. He's got dementia. Because he has been good to his wife. That is why the wife and the children are standing by him now. Some of you men that you are not looking after your wives now, when you grow older, when you have nowhere to go again, when all your teeth are gone and you have one issue or the other with your health, women will now leave you at home and say, daddy, you have forgotten that when you are sick, it's the wife that you are back to. Oba Onidena that is beating the wife, that has locked the wife up. If you look after your family, we care for you too, definitely. But if you were never there for them, they will never be there for you when you grow older, sir. Babe, you might be looking at women as, obìnrin òbúrú tó yẹ. I will always remember how you treat me, and you get it back. Some of you, your wife should be sick. And your wife is dying there. But you're out having fun. So many of you, when the children are sick, they are the only people, the only person they see is their mother. You are not there, not because you have gone to work, but because the ego of I am a man, I can go out, I must be I'm taking care of the children with you. The children will not be there for you. Look after your children. Some of you have neglected your immediate family and looking after, extended family. Massive grace. Some of you have left your immediate work, your responsibility to look after extended family. Those ones will not be there for you. And so many of you that you are relying on side chick now. Like that's my Kábíyèsí Oba Onidena. Why you say men should employ a private cook and nurse and carer after 67 years? So you think cook and carers, that's what you rely on? Those ones are not your children. You are relying on carers and cook. Oh, sir, have you ever worked? Excuse me. Have you ever worked in a private? Worked in care home before? Do you see how people are being treated? User, okay, I want to hear from you, sir. Come up. If you want to come up, please come and Ganusi for us. User, I want to ask you, sir. Have you, because all you are talking about employee. Okay, go on, sir. I want to hear from you.
No, sorry, I thought you were going to ask me some questions.
No, you said, men should employ, once they are 67, they should employ cook and nurse. Why can't their children and wives take care of them?
Okay, the majority of modern marriages now, particularly even in Nigeria, anywhere in the world now, the majority of marriages build up a lot of resentment, okay? And for you men, if you are listening, you need to prepare for your own old age. And you need to try and remain as self-sufficient, as self-reliant as much as possible. Okay? We're living in an era of equality where women actually are making, in fact, more money than men. Okay? And you all know, if you've lived with women for so long, that women do not forget that 1 out of 100 things that you didn't do right. They never forget. Okay? And some of them are waiting for you. They're waiting to get you in your old age. So you be careful. Yeah? Be self-reliant. I would never, well, I know my wife, I can't rely on her. She knows. I'm not relying on her to be my old age. I'm not. Because I know her.
Eh?
She doesn't have the capacity
to look after you when you go home. What have you done, sir? What have you done that you know?
You look after our parents, so why aren't you going to look after me?
Sir?
You know people's personality when you live with them.
Okay.
You know them. You know them. How they are with money, how they are with their time, how selfish they can be, and all that. So when you see all that, well, you understand all these things. People don't. If you ignore it, then you catch air at your old age. As for me, I'm going to have all the convenience that I can afford, but my plan, and that is a plan, whether my wife is sitting next to me or not, I am going to have my own private cook, my private care. Okay, so your private cook, your private nurse, your private will not maltreat you when your families are not there. You think you can get the best out of them? Well, madam, please, let's be realistic. I am being. Yeah. How many old age people have their children around them now? Children are far-flung all over the place. Children are thousands of miles away. 100%. Just the way you left your parents too. The children around them. Yeah. Even when they die. Even now. Start looking at it now. Take some statistics. Even people whose mama are living in a bad or and the kids are in Lagos. They don't have their kids around them. Let alone people who are already, I haven't even here. My son was in Australia, Nigeria, but already in Australia, already thinking of going to this other place. Am I going to call him back to come and look after Richard Akode, I don't have any phone. You can come to TikTok. I don't have any phone at all. Go on. Yeah. I can read it. Life is changing. Our lifestyle is changing. Our way of life is changing. In Nigeria of today, how many actually old people have their children around them? You are likely to die amongst your neighbors. In fact, look after your neighbors very well after a certain age. Yes, go to the local church, join organizations. So what's the essence of you having a wife? Join social. Well, it's this modern life we are living. All these things are slowly eroding away. Even I've been on so many men's programs. Do you know that men are now asking ourselves, I don't know, what is the benefits of marriage to us now? Yeah. You walk from all your life, okay? All the kids, they are already swayed by their mom, whether you do well or not. It's not always like that, sir. It depends on how you treat your wife and children. Women in these things, but it would be good if women can be objective sometimes and to be realistic and look at it. Women always
Sharon.
see their children to them, to their side. You know it now, and you know that God's giving you that natural power anyway over children. And all the time, I mean, even listen to yourself sometimes, subconsciously. You find out you are saying my children more than our children. You say my children. Yeah,
I will say my children. You too, you can say my children too. You too can make it like personal, like my children too. If I say my children, why can't you say my children too? Because they are your children too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
is can I step in?
Okay, go on. I leave you.
Can I support what this man is saying? I'm a carer. I've been a carer for nearly 10 years. Yeah. What this man is saying is true because I've come across women that their husband are good to them. This woman, the man is rich. This woman have everything. But could you believe this man was struck down with stroke, and this woman will never change this man's diapers. No way. She will never. She will never change the man. If we don't come as carers to change this man, the man will be there all day. So what he's saying is not what he's saying. It's true. Some women are like that.
Okay, ma.
I'm sorry if I could just quickly say, my dear Kera, it is not so. It is a lot.
Not everybody. Some women, not all women.
I didn't say all. Remember, I said they are not some. There's a lot. A lot.
No, what you're saying is happening because I'm a carer. I come across this case a lot. So it's not saying.
When we say some, it feels like maybe it's a small percentage.
It's a small number.
No, it's not a small number. Out of 100 women, you probably see 60.
But sir, and
even in Nigeria, in Ghana, all these other countries have been. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be nasty about women. I'm about men. I want men to be realistic. Okay, be very realistic. Men who are listening, be very realistic. Come into the health sector, come into the care sector. Come and see what is happening. That lovely wife that you're killing yourself, breaking your back for. Once you get over a certain age, you know what I mean? Once we get over a certain age, our desirability goes to zero.
Oh God!
our desirability goes to zero. Our usefulness goes to zero. They don't need you.
Mr. User, is that the king speaking?
Is that the king?
At that point, women do change. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Women do change. Once you get old, not really useful anymore. But women change.
But sir, what was your relationship with that woman as at that time? Why would a woman change to you if you have been good to her right from, when you guys were younger? You have not maltreated her in any way.
I am not the wife. You need to ask
women. Can I explain to her? Excuse me, Paula, excuse me. Do you know that when a man is sick, even though the woman they've been there all day, not every woman can look after their husband when they are sick. Some people can't even stand the body fluid and all that. Not everybody.
So also a man too. I've been a carer before.
No, there are men who look after their wife.
So you think men look after their wives more than the women? Is that what you're saying?
I've seen men who look after their wife before they pass on. And I've seen women who look after their husband as well. I think it depends on the individual, not everybody.
Sorry, let me ask the speaker. Is it right for the man? The punishment for the woman is to beat the woman. Is that the right answer for the woman to beat the woman because the woman changed? So the punishment is to beat the woman. So
no, I will never, ever in my life. I will never. Once you start beating somebody else, you've lost control of yourself. Once you start raising your hands.
Okay, Jay.
He has a society and he started beating his wife.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In any situation at all, once a man starts beating a woman, for instance, me personally, and this is not I'm trying to be moral, I'm trying to be this. No, I'm just being natural here. Once a man starts beating, that man has lost some kind of control. He has some kind of weakness. Because when you are really strong inside yourself, you will not need to beat anybody. You just take a decision. Okay, I'll walk away from you, or abandon you, or I'll leave you alone, or one way or another. But beating is not going to achieve anything. So for that one, the king or whatever you're referring to, they need need some therapy.
Okay, sir. Before you talk about the therapy now, sir, please let me just interject you.
Sorry, man. You said something about men don't look. For me, I can look after. A wife if she's sick, but I cannot look after a wife or any sick person 100% of the time. Permanently, no, I can't.
So it's the same thing with the women too. So if this carer is saying because she has seen that so maybe the woman cannot be there 24 hours. That's why it's. So it's the same thing with the women too.
Yeah, but it seems that women tend to give us this impression that I will do it. But if you don't look after me when we were younger, blah, 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 I won't do it in your whole day.
Okay.
You can't even do it anyway. So why are you always scared?
Why are you saying no? Don't say that. We are not scaring you. User. Okay, let me leave you. Talk.
Good day, everybody.
Wisdom. Yes. How are you, ma?
Yeah, good day, everybody. I think you're having a nice topic, but at the end of the day, I think we always follow the negative narration that scare people. It's not only the men, but we scare everybody as a person or as a human being. Because I know there are marriages that is super, that is nice, that is loving. You understand?
Yeah.
And we don't always see this, or we see it, we try to sideline it and go after the
Bad
negative ones. You understand? And it's not really helping matters. Like the young guy, the user says, what is evolving, what is changing, and we cannot expect what happened maybe 5, 10, or now talking of decades ago to now applies to the century that we're in. Because before, when you look at our fathers, our forefathers, there was no TV, there was no television, there was no technology advancement. You can't compare to this generation now. That before, our fathers, mostly they were farmers, they were maybe less breadwinners, you understand? And our mothers at that time, they have to follow them to do those things. When you look at it also, why did our fathers at that period go with many wives? It's because they needed these women's help. And they know that the women today will have children and they can put the children into this work. That was the purpose. But things have changed now. We are like, what do you call it?
Thank you.
Civil servants. Sorry, I don't know the word to use. I forgot it. You understand? So that is the way the life is now. So now to your topic. You understand? When we know as partner, husband and wife, or there's a partnership, whatever name you want to nail it. You understand? When you give yourself the respect, this thing will follow you. You understand? It's like a movement. It's going to be moving along the line that you are building. You understand? When you have a wife, you have a husband, you treat this partner the way you want to be treated. Because see marriage to perfect. See couple who are okay. Because see relationship who are 100%. Because everybody is coming from one area to the other. Do you understand? That is why when you have kids, look at our children. They are not the same. So talk less of when you do that, you are coming from one angle. I am coming from another angle. We are now coming together. We want to build something together. There's no way when we have misunderstanding. You understand? That is why when they say marriages into so many things, even in friendship. Why do we have friends that we have misunderstanding? That is why it has evolved. We have to fight and make up too. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but when we are going to this narrative, it's bad, women are bad, they're waiting for you, Lord Joale, waiting for what? Lord Joale, why are you waiting for Joale? You understand? The men you are doing you are doing that thing. And with the men, maybe because of upbringing, till we as parents too have torn. Like the beginning, raising these men up. They will never see it that way. You understand? We have to let our men know that to build a home,
it takes two.
It's not one person. A woman cannot build a home. Never. The two people involved have to build it. The moment you start having kids, play a part. You as a father, play your own part. You as a mother. You understand? But we've made that thing like our father does at those times. Yeah, our mothers were housewives. They spend more time. Our fathers and our people have to go out, make money and bring it home. They have little contact with children. You understand? It is normal. It is understandable. Check it. What we get the latter. You come back, you'll be tired. But at that time, they forgot it too that you are tired. Or nobody do want to will be tired of the children at that period. When you get back from work, take over. But we never see it that way. That is why we as we have more connection to our mother because we have very little contact to our parents.
Oh, God bless you.
This generation is not changing. Because as parents now, you and the man are working together now. Because one person cannot raise it. You understand? Not one person. Even when you are the first breadwinner in that home, you understand? You are still expected to play a part. Like we said now, because the generation is changing, technology is now evolving. The woman cannot play that role alone. You as a man, you can't play it alone. So that is why the two parties have to evolve together. You have to join her. That's the race of Ile. The way you are building that home, impact, Mama Go is like a foundation. Do you understand? Like that you get back to, that sees the relationship, that sees the cordial relationship
between the two of you.
Omo is going on. Mommy, I want sweet. No, you can't have sweet. Omo, run to that. Daddy, I want sweet. No,
Sorry, Emma, please. Yes. Look, I like some words that you use, like, okay, evolve. Okay, where it's an evolution now. The pace of change in every society now is so quick that all the old templates, even from the Christian way,
and it will continue to change.
Even on, but I said, if you listen carefully, I said pace. The pace of change is so quick now. Even before you catch your breath, it commit to change. So how then do we? How are we? We can't change ourselves so quickly for the pace of change. Look at today now in most societies. Yeah, go to almost every country I've been to, and I've been to quite a lot of countries. All the universities now are dominated by female. Okay, you will be seeing ratio of 60-40. In fact, now it's becoming 70-30. That's the ratio of girls to men to boys. In all Ireland institution of learning across the continents, across so many parts of the globe. Okay.
Sorry, where did you get your statistics from? The statistics you are citing now. Where's the statistics?
No, I didn't say I'm getting it. I mean, if you go, I mean, the ones
that you've been to,
I didn't.
That the ratio
listen,
of girls
the ratio
is more than the boys.
In the UK now, in the UK, it's 60-40. In America, it's around the same. In most Western countries.
Is it documented?
Well, it's been said on the media. I don't have to do it. I don't see what we're arguing over.
But that is why I say
I don't see why we're arguing over this.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you. Because, like, like I always cite that it's okay, I'm Nigerian. So when I'm making my examples or my references, married in Nigeria, or at times I'll go to Yoruba land because I'm Yoruba. So that is why. The way our people will say, what is negative, what is what that is not being documented, that you don't have, but they see them say. You understand?
Madam, I don't have to. There's no need for any kind of documentation. Anybody who opens their eyes and sees society now and compare it to the 70s, 80s, can clearly see the difference. It's not even whether you are looking for statistics. But when I was going to visit the higher institution in the 70s and 80s, most of the time it's men, boys you find all over the place. But now I'm telling you, it's the opposite now. Go to any institution of higher learning across anywhere, it's dominated by female. And that's just the reality. All I'm trying to say is not a negative thing, it's an observation. But what I'm saying is that the
total UK population is around 63.3 million, with approximately 34.5 million women and 33.1 million men. So the women are higher, according to...
Okay. But what I'm saying is that impact this education. Look, even when I finished uni and I started working, initially all my bosses are men. For the past 15 years or to 20 years, let me say, all my bosses have been women. Yes, when I started my career, it was never like that.
What's the cost?
I'm not against
what
that.
Can you say? What can you say that contributed to that? To this?
Wait, it's not a negative.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm saying.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, but what I'm saying.
But I wanted us to elaborate on it. Why is it? Because when you look, like when I started my talk, I said when you look at our forefathers, the men were the top. You understand? Okay. But with the evolvement of time now,
women are now
having their power.
Yeah.
You understand? The women are being given more rights.
That's
you understand?
True.
Not before. Women were not allowed to work. But along the line, women are working. Along the line, women are fighting.
The reason I'm citing those things is to tell you how society is changing, number one, and how women too are changing. Yeah. Women are changing. If you want to deny it, well, women have changed. Women are becoming of men of late. When you go to estate agencies, look at the population of people coming forward who want to buy a house. Do you know in the UK now, when they sell 10 houses, about 7, 8 is being bought by women now, even in London.
Okay, are you saying, Mr. Hughes, are you saying it's now that is part of why you think women will not be able to take care of you your old age? Let's go back to the topic itself.
I'm just saying, yes, okay. This evolution, and we, even though our teeth are, but we are not old age yet, we can see the massive change in women. Whether you interact with them at work, whether you interact with them in society. In fact, now, even most of the sports cars, if you know all this LBTT, all these sports strong sports racing cars.
They are calling Mr. User a narcissist. I don't think
it's women buying them now. No, I'm not saying anything nasty against women. I'm saying our society is changing.
No, they say you're a narcissist. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's their opinion. I don't bother too much about people's opinion. That's their opinion. They don't know me. But that's okay.
Maybe you are daily.
When you have all these changes, it means we men too, we must adjust to interact with women, because how we interact with women 20 years ago, it's not the same today. You can't interact with women. You can't. No, it's different. Yeah, and also, unfortunately, and I will stop once I mention this point, so that people can talk. Also, now, do you know that when we men sit down now, we are asking ourselves, because of the kind of women in society, Alagbala got money, got everything, got authority, they don't really have time to kids.
What happened? Let me say this, I think it's caught up.
Yeah, so let me continue. Sorry to cut everybody. What I want to say to this topic is, like where it stopped now, we are forgetting certain things now that women too are having that confidence. You understand? We are not in old generations. I mean, the new generation that is going now, they are not like we that were born in the 60s. You understand? You can't
think of this, because they have changed so much from the period when I was brought up. So it's best for me just leave this one. Say, no, I don't want headache inside my house. This one is going to be real headache. You know, that kind of thing. So I'll leave it there so other people can make them.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Wisdom. When you finish, Oba Nito can speak. Yeah. Wisdom.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So what I'm trying to point out is that maybe our upbringings have been wrong right from start. You understand? Like when we're growing up, it is only the women we are allowed to do house chores. The men child or the boy child, they will just sideline them. You play ball, you watch TV. You understand? But we are now saying that this thing is not helping the generation. Go help. That is why you see the men having difficulties.
Adjusting.
Marriage. People should contribute to marriage. You understand? And our religious
body
sector too. It's not helping matters. You understand? When you go to churches now, when you're looking at problem, you carry too much responsibilities. See, you understand? You're just leaving the boy child to just roam about, doing nothing. You understand? But the moment when we as parents, you understand? When we try to have children now, you understand? Please, let the boy's child, let the girl's child know what they call about family. You understand? Let them see it. There's nothing wrong with a boy child crying. There's nothing wrong with a boy child sweeping. There's nothing wrong with a boy child cooking. You understand? It is not women, like we'll be saying, I need to change. Make it easy. No contribute to single family. You understand? The more we are bringing them to let them to this realization, you understand? Then I believe the society will be getting better.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Oba Onidena.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this. I think I've said it last night that Mr. User, to some extent, I agree with him because marriage is not marriage. Even people say marriage is a university you never graduate. It's beyond university. I don't know what to call it. But we discussed this last night that marriage is very dynamic. Only God knows what marriage is. Only God have an understanding about marriage, because there is no manual to marriage. There is no manual. And do you know that the reason why I would say I would not agree with Mr. User is because there are times a man doesn't need money. I said it last night and I'm saying it again. He would need love. I'm a support worker and I see people I support all the time. They have everything, yes. Clothes, good house, money. But when they break down, most of the time, they break down because they lack love. I worked at one of our branches recently, and we had 4 girls in there, and 3 out of the 4 girls were threatening to take their own life all at the same time. One was saying because she lost her foster mom, which she had known all her life. The other one was saying that because she and her boyfriend had issues. The third one said another housemate, which is a 4th person, was not giving her attention. Look at all these 3 girls. What do they lack? Love. And this thing goes for men as well. A time will come, if you are still in your right senses, but maybe you are vegetable, you grown so old, but your senses are still intact, you would realize at some point in your life that I wish my children were here.
God bless you. I wish my children were here. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. 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 Thank
assume that the man lost his wife, he would miss the wife. Why do you think that in some cases when a husband dies, the wife dies a few days after or few months after? Same thing goes for women too. When they tell them your husband just died, some of them will die a few days or few months after because they cannot cope. And if you look at their marriage might not be perfect though. And people will be like, what is wrong with this woman? Why would you die? This is the man that was maltreating you. But see, tí ọkọ àti ìyàwó bá tilẹ̀kùn rí, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló wà láàrin yẹn. Nobody else. It is only God that is in between them in that bedroom. So a time will come, Mr. User. It is not about money, because that money will become useless.
By the time you're thinking of, I have my money, I can get a nurse, I can get a carer.
If you think you will get a carer, you would only get sympathy from the carer. You would not get love. I won't lie to you. I don't know how many carers we have here. I've not done care job. I've only been doing basically support. But even as a support worker, most of the people I work with will tell you the moment I step out of that door, going to my house, I don't
everything goes down there. You don't care about any other person again. You don't think about anything.
Until I come back to this door the next day or whenever I'm coming back. People work with sympathy. Yes, they will tell you, I'm doing this just because I love it. Nobody loves to be a carer, my dear. Don't let us lie to ourselves. Nobody in this world loves to be a carer. Nobody loves to clean other people's food or change diapers for them. Egbini. That's why they call it egbin. The only people you will do it with or do it for with joy will be your
parents. Oh, God bless you. Yes, your parents.
It will be your parents. Yeah, I heard somebody saying that some people cannot stand fluid. Some people, you do not raise children as a woman. If you raise a child, tell me why you will tell me you do not like fluid. My husband put on his body, I can't clean it. It's arrant nonsense. If you raise a child as a woman and your husband is sick, because that's another thing I want to talk about. My sister, this is my own experience. I've experienced it. I was the one that said that because it's someone I was working with. This man was a husband and she refused. Like, I can't stand this. I'm not doing it.
Thank you. That's a fact. Thank you, ma.
She can't do it. No, it's not because she's irritated. There is something else there.
Yes.
Be realistic with ourselves. You raise one, even if it is one child you have as a person, and you can raise that child on your own as a woman, and you now say your husband fluid irritates you, and that's why you can't look after. That is arrant nonsense, and it's a lie. Go and check the background of their marriage. Something has happened.
Oh, Balonimi, please, can I just interject you?
I just go there and work. Oh, they have it all. They're rich.
They can be rich. How did the man treat her when they were?
It is not all about money. Everything is not money. But they've been married for years.
Of course, you can be married for years and stay in the marriage and not be happy in the marriage. Do you know that, man?
Maybe. Okay, what if I bust your bubbles that in recent times now, do you know men go as far as going diabolical to tie their women down in their old age?
Wow. Egbo, Mr. User. Wow.
Yes.
Go diabolical. I think for men like myself, and I speak for.
Let me get water.
You will only speak for yourself.
Wait. Yeah, you see, you two, you are making anecdotal references. Now they are not. I think that. It should be different for each person.
Mr. Lisa, I said I agree with you to some certain extent.
Yes.
But the part I do not agree with you is when you said you would acquire a carer, a cook, a this, a that for yourself.
Yes.
A time will come, Mr. User, what you need is love. You don't need sympathy. You don't need anybody's love.
Love could mean different things.
Let me ask you one thing.
No, sorry. Love means different things.
Will it make you happy?
Different people. Yeah.
Will it make you happy if an outside maltreats you? At times, love is not everything. You understand? There are some people who stay with each other too. There's no more love. Maybe it's just the friendship. There's always something attached to something. What do you call friendship? Friendship.
My sisters.
See,
my sisters.
Maybe I should say it in Yoruba.
Can I say something?
People will understand what I'm saying.
This next week, I just hope nobody on this program knows. This next week, right? I'm going to, I will say it. I hope nobody knows me here. So I'm doing this. I know you already. You know who I am, Oba?
Yes, I know your house.
You know his house.
I know your wife.
Where?
I know your children.
You have to go.
User, you're in trouble. Oh, let him say it, though. I know you.
Oba Onidena, I don't believe you. That was what you said yesterday too.
User 22371. I know what shirt is wearing right now. It is well, though.
Let me say this. Sorry, I might forget the point I was trying to make. Next week, I've got an appointment. Okay, about 6. We're not in June.
The man was treating his wife.
7 months ago, I was diagnosed with cancer.
Why young?
Right? And I've got an appointment next week. And guess what? My first wife, that we parted 25 years ago, she's the one taking me to that appointment next week. Yeah. My current wife, she cannot even give me stuff to eat that I will eat it tipe.
That means there is problem in the marriage already, sir.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I mean, ignoring that for now, just to concentrate on the point I'm trying to make. So she is going to take me to my appointment, right? So the point I'm trying to make, yes, we all need a bit of this, of that, and so on. But from what you were saying, I think my response was, yeah, we all need love, I don't know, because love is just a general word. But the meaning, it has different meaning to different people. What you call love, I may not see as love. I may see other things as love. You understand? But you see that wife that I met 25 years ago, I am comfortable with her on many, many levels.
And you left her.
Well, you might. I mean, don't judge.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying because that is what you men will say. You understand? I'm just being.
You don't know. You don't know. We have a level of understanding. Yes, I'll break up and all that. You mean, but there's some deeper level of understanding which I can't seem to find anywhere else. And as it happens, it has happened to her too. So she has also found that deeper level of understanding is only just the two of us who have it between us. And then, before even this thing was diagnosed, okay, I've already been telling her that I think about whatever we can do to support each other, I think we should do. And we both agreed that well, time never do. Around the corner and because as I told you 7 months ago, I got the diagnosis. Okay. We were even thinking like, we're not going 20 years time or whatever. I saw you. But it just came around. And then here I am. She's gonna take me to my appointment next week. You understand? So, and it's not, we're not sleeping together. We're not in any kind of formal relationship. But that deeper level of understanding. Will I call it love? I don't believe it.
Whether you like it or not, that woman is not taking you because she has understanding with you. That woman is not taking you there because of sympathy alone. Even if she has some sympathy in her.
I don't think it's sympathy anyway.
Exactly. So why are you saying that she's taking you because of friendship? No.
Well, you don't know. You don't know. How do you know? You don't know. You are supposed. Okay, this is supposition now.
Okay, sir, you know, right?
Yes, I do.
Why is she taking you?
Well, I asked her. And she agreed to.
It's only the woman that can say the reason. No. We do assumption. You understand? And you are involved. No, there's some reason. People Madam wisdom with reason. Why do you say that?
Boyo that for me when he was there with me, it was good to me.
No, it is still the same thing. It's the one. No, the answer question here. You understand? If she's ready, and that is when she's ready to say it wholeheartedly, with all honesty. You understand? Yeah? Or me leaving that marriage, I regretted it. Or maybe there are certain things that I should have done better. You understand? Now that we've left ourselves, I now coming to that realization. You understand? And that is the reason I'm not doing this. You understand? Nobody knows.
But one thing very important, I want to stress it. Please, if tomorrow now, or even now, if she's here now, sitting next to me, and somebody says, oh, hey, Sherry, marry, I will tell them not in this world. I lie. We are not good. We are not good for each other in a marriage. No, we are not. And I think she will probably say the same. I don't think she would want to marry me, and I won't want to marry her. But like I said, whether maybe I should put her in you, but that's the only way I can put it, that we have a deeper level of understanding with each other. And I think we both know that we've been good to each other. We've been good to each other. If we look back, we both say, yeah, she knows how to be good to her, and she's been good to me. And
That's
this
why
is why I'm comfortable to ask her that, okay, I'm going to have all disappointments. Are you going to take me? And then she came back some days later and said, yeah, I'll happily take you. Any appointment you have. You know, I asked her, and we went and think about it. I came back and said yes. And I'm happy and I agreed. You know, if she doesn't take me, it's not the end of the world. I'm talking cancer now. So
yeah, I think Mr. Tai wants to say something.
So, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But she agreed, and then we're going to do that. And I think in our own mind too, I don't wish what I have for her never in this world. But she probably knows deep down that I will do the same for her.
Okay, that's good. That sums it up about, you know, having good relationship with your partner while you're together. Let's hear from Mr. Tai. Mr. Tai.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I will be able to create how do you back when we go to answer.
Yes, that's fine, sir.
I'm coming in comment section so I think the topic is a very complex topic. There was really different platform. You get to hear this kind of topic and we was in Kodalo. Only it was a platform, but I really appreciate this opportunity. Sherry, Tabaso, Kerry, you must pay. You ever find a good wife? Only you alone. He had to people from God. And you only do this pay. In this case, the man live with father and cast his wife to become one. Kerry, me doing what complex. I'm with the card. Kerry, oh, it's something that is so too think or too labor. And I'll need to want to be away and let define. In raising up of children, Kerry or dance or you obey that is crashing, that is never think about this. There is one. And I need to say one thing. Your child is your secondary, while your husband and your wife is your primary. Because the relationship, that marriage is like a circle. If it's a cool, any are doing a one wrong, I would like. If it's a cool in the for example, a cool epimo, a mean like the wife of Pimo, a reason. Now, whenever it's that battle to them, they make it matter. I don't like it or not. But these guys will go. They will surely go. I don't like it or not. And that's why we're missing it. This thing starts from scratch. Cherry, Ibaragbe, Imorani, Ibaradapo, open that in Yawo. And that is why we are saying that if you want Yawo, submission call, when to that if you want. Every man wants submission. Every woman wants love and care. So, Timmy Yamati Darapapo, I won't lie to you. Who are working now? Umara no being over. Them are working. It's not a couple points or anything. Treat your wife well. You husband, take care of your home. Be responsible and nurture your children very well and train them in the way of God. So when you come about, when you call husband and a father, it's something that is huge. Because father has a lot of things to do in the home. They nurture, they take care, they're the driver, they're the cleaner, they're everything in that home. Now, if you see my go when a man is taking care of that home and they nurture the children and discipline the children, please be careful of what you say to your husband. So you can see about your faith, you can do that for me. But to my shala, I'm going to think that Baba Bambo solo, to ban train no Yama side yomo. Yes. So if I mean, I'm going to that be mommy that. Because there is this thing I need to tell parents. Either man like it or not, your children will like mother than the father. Because that gene,
the natural thing between
yes, either you like it or not. So don't be jealous. I used to say it. If the connection is there, train no more. Or just whenever to show you the thing about that guy will embrace you. Only treat Baba. Only carry Baba. Only punish Baba there. But the gene will be there because they carry that child. Who is that just to impregnate a woman? Is easier. But that woman that carried that pregnancy, that's her being now for only. This stigma cannot release that stigma for life. Because that pregnancy is one easy task. So Mara will be one. Baba didn't discipline. Clearly, you can ignore that. It won't exist. You go to my favorite Koda. But when you love a child, you train that child, you discipline that child, you don't laugh. So in a way, in that way, that when we are going on, when you are not trying that marriage, you should remember. If you don't know, let somebody know something. Because you're what Mr. Usha says, I concur with him. And other way, I don't concur with him. Cherry, which is the beginning, I don't only mind there. That mind there has a caring. So women don't have it because they shake up. And also they can pay they can prove for me the poor brain. Can you say shit because you did only determine and it's not even a sin. I'm calling the corner. It's not because he don't love you or corner. But can she person who made it only love you the same way. They can't love the person the same way. Only they are telling firstly about continuing fair. When it comes to issue about Shelley, can she be to people cover me? I could make a wicked, no, I could love it. But can she what this is a person, this is but I find the other way of reciprocating and of compassion or showing compassion.
How are you, ma? Thank you.
You get it? So in this form, she about similarity very well. But that day by to back on my way, if you discipline that child, your daddy beat your daddy chastised you because you did this, you don't do it this way, you know your daddy don't like this thing and this and this. On my married way, my daddy correct me with love. Yes. And some of the cool or mama, will be come to my plan. Have you called your daddy this week? Have you called when did you call your daddy last? When do you hear from your dad last? When you feel so say I don't agree. Even si sumo, mama kan wa, mama kan mo ma obi kan, ton sumo mi dáadáa. Tan le wa ba obìnrin ìyàwó wọn le ba ọmọ tọ́jú ọmọ. They don't come, they don't leave their husband. If they are living anywhere, almost in Nigeria, anywhere they are going to work, they buy ticket of the husband and the wife, they move together and they go back. Because they want to feel silly, want to put in a silly pay, but I know go back here. So that was all not the power to magic and we or no more than you can so what I also have $1.
But let us all prepare for it. No, okay, let's go back to the case study I brought here now. Oba of Idena. We are still calling upon him to please release his wife. He allegedly locked his wife up because the wife went to tell bloggers that he has a side chick.
In fact, they have released the woman.
Oh, they released her now. Okay. Yes, so, okay, now look at that woman now. Maybe in near future, she will remember this day, no matter what. So you're now saying, because by the time you start, all these things piles up. The way you treat your women, the way you treat your children, they all pile up. So if you are saying, because Mr. User now has made up his mind, because, sorry sir, maybe you know your relationship with your woman, that you have not been good in the home, or it has not been perfect. I'm not judging you, sir. But, you have to pay. And people like you, because of your own experience, you advise others. Like, get ready. So it's not always like that for everybody. Depends on the relationship between how you have dealt with your woman, your home, your children, right from the onset.
Sorry,
okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I mean, yeah, even all this stuff. The best marriage, Timothy, the best marriage I've experienced and I've seen, and honestly, forget sentiment, I'm talking on very objectively, very, very objective. The best marriage I've ever come across in my life, and this is just me, is the marriage between my father and my mother, who was a second wife. The kind of love and understanding between those two, I've never seen it before. And I've never experienced it. But even then, with those two, my mom died very early in life. And my dad never remarried, and my dad survived my mom by 19 years. And my dad never remarried. And all of my dad's children were born abroad. So
your dad must have been a very good husband. Maybe you didn't take
all of us were actually abroad when he died. So at the end of the day, as caring as whatever it was, he died with carers. He died with his carers. So, and he spent a lot of his
I'm sure if his wife was alive, she would have stayed with him. That's what I'm trying to tell you now, that it depends on the relationship that you build together.
But circumstances can overtake all these things. It's not a given that my wife will be there to even my own wife. No, I don't. She doesn't have the capacity. It's just something that I know she can do.
She cannot. Okay.
And I accept her for that. And I will make my own arrangement because she cannot. You will know people now. She cannot.
Oh God.
So it's not something that put my fish shaker. Although yes, she might have reason. Maybe wrong work. I know.
Do you mean
she's not that person. She cannot take care of.
Okay, let's hear from prettiest. Princess, you have been very patient enough. Welcome, ma.
This is April Mogil.
Oh, Princess, where have you been?
I'm okay. I'm good, Auntie.
All right.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Happy weekend.
The same.
So I joined when I heard somebody. Where I joined was when I heard somebody talking about training a boy child and thinking about the future. I think the most mistakes we make is that we want to compare the old marriage with the present marriage that we have. We can't, even the children that we are having these days are 90% different from our Tiwobi in the 70s, 80s. You can't compare 20 children with those years. And they understand that marriage, it's also different. And like Mr. Isa said, he understands his ex-wife, his new wife. He's not being biased, and we can't blame the new wife if she can't do it. My ex-husband was sick. So they gave him some medication. I have to check his poop. Even he himself cannot check his poop. He pooped. I went there. I checked it. I put it in a cup that was given to me from the lab, and I took it. He was shivering, looking at me. I can do it. That is me. So I can't compare myself with any other person. And again, when we're talking about marriage or a thing, like I've told you here on this page, the rate our men are going down is higher than before. Because you know what? Women can work. They can make decisions too. No women want to go through abuse. All those things we think our mother are taking, most of them were abused and they shut their mouth because of the But right now, I can't take it. You have to respect me as a wife and you treat me well. As according to what Bible says, I will be submissive to my man if he loves me. Women are not to love their husband. We are to be submissive according to what Bible says. Because in showing us love, that is where submission comes from. Those pastors we are seeing everywhere, those pastors, when you get close to them, you will know that their marriage is more terrible than the one you are seeing outside. But everybody can cover it up. So, based on the experience that I have in the hospital, Auntie Ajoke, I will keep saying it. My experience in witnessing old love has already taught me how to teach men to love their wife because of their old age. Because Mr. User said the plan is life. Oh no, nobody plan in life here. It's not you. Time you're taking it there, expect to buy sometimes we need people around us. And based on my experience, women need their children, men need their wife. You will see that when a woman is gone in a marriage, sometimes everything will be destabilized. We say pity. Yes, you can have pity, but you have empathy. Empathy is what I can do to myself. Can I do it to this person? So if marriage is not working, you see things from afar. If you want to live peacefully, we might need ourselves in future, like Mr. Isa said. We don't have to depart with bitterness. But if you think you can keep your marriage, please love your wife. When our landlord joined program, somebody was saying, we want the patience. Patience is different from abuse. If you're abusing me, I can't stay. I can be with you for 20 years. My children will not learn anything than bitterness. Because mentally, I'm not even taking care of these children. I am staying because of what society will say. I am staying because of what church will say. I am staying because of what anybody. Fuck anybody. I'm sorry for my language. I don't care. What I can be separated and live happily. Coming from a dysfunctional home does not mean a separate home or a divorced home. Your home, your pastor's house, your pastor's marriage is dysfunction. Their children are dysfunctional children. You will be shocked when you get close to them. So I will not compare my marriage. My mother was abused. She did not live till she died. I never prayed to live the kind of life my mother lived. I never saw my dad smile for one time. The only time my dad hugged my mom was when my mom was dying. My mom was dying, and you can see she was gasping, and my daddy he lost it and he hugged this. That was the only time I saw my dad hug my mom. I am not from a polygamous home. I am not from a polygamous home. My daddy thought being straight with my mom. But those things affected my brother. The only thing to affect our, especially our, maybe because I don't know, God just helped us, but it affected my brother. So now, if you go to the hospital and you see couples that come, especially Baba to man prostate cancer, I go for a prostatectomy. If I may offer a radical prostatectomy to avoid cancer, after surgery, you will see that mama will be calling the children, you'll be talking to the doctors, she knows everything. You will envy their love. And those people that come with bitterness, we know them.
You see?
Once they drop Baba, they are gone. We have some of them that comes from nursing home. I'm talking about Nigerians. I'm not talking about foreigners now. I mean, Americans now. I'm talking about Nigerians. Because as a Nigerian, you want to talk to them. You want to know, why are you from a nursing home? Why are you from group? Not that they don't have the money. They have money for somebody to take, but you will know that I didn't think they have somebody by their side. That is why I said men sometimes need their wife, and the children always available for their mother, no matter what.
Thank you.
But when you have your wife, when you have a God-fearing wife, it doesn't mean go fair you poop. No, she might not be able to do it. You might have a carer and you might have a wife. Now, for people that are looking forward to, for their separation or for their divorce, that are on the edge of divorce right now, I am telling you, life will happen, yes. But when you have children, let the children know they are loved. Let the children know that, yes, I am no longer with your father, but there's part of me that is with him. I did not hate him. Do not teach your children how to hate. Because one day you will need them. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Price Mate Matty. Price Matty? Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Please can another person talk because I just came in, so I didn't want to.
Okay. I think Obalo Lime or user. The issue is, we have learned one thing or the other about, what happens afterwards. Like I do preach. We are saying prepare yourself for old age. How do you prepare yourself? Show love to your wife. Show love to your wife. When you really need her, she'll be there for you. Women are not stupid. We know what we want.
Yeah,
Mama B.
I just want to say one thing, yes?
Sure, okay, see that.
Somebody said it earlier though, that we are comparing old marriage to the new generational marriage, which is true to some certain extent. Because me as a person, what my mother has taken as a woman in her marriage, I'm an alpha female, I can't take it. And being an alpha female is what most men of nowadays don't want to hear. They don't even want, the moment you meet me, I will let you know, even as a friend, I will let you know that, look, I'm an alpha female. I dominate my friendship and I dominate my relationship. It can work for me being an alpha female. It might not work for other women. The belief of so many men is the fact that women are fragile. And with this,
Mr. User said
okay, no problem. Maybe when you meet one in this generation, you will understand what I mean by alpha female. But go and Google what an alpha female means. I'm not saying it that I'm a controlling woman. No, I'm still a kind of woman that I'm still that kind of a person. It's a contradiction as well. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is, earlier when I said love, people say everything is not about love. I think people misconcept the word love. And people believe that when you say, oh, somebody loves somebody, it means sexually, or I don't know. Then a sexual relationship means about love. Love is not just about sexual relationship. A mother's love to a child is love. Mr. User said his ex-wife wants to see anything about kórìíra tó bá fi gbogbo ayé ìṣe owó fihàn ó ní appreciate tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́. Ẹni tí èèyàn bá kórìíra ẹ̀ kẹ́ni ẹ máa kú lọ báyìí kíyàn ní oxygen tó lè jẹ́ kẹ́ni ẹ survive kò ní fún oxygen yẹn. I hope you get what
I'm getting it, yeah, definitely.
So if your ex-wife decides to take you to somewhere, which you need for DNA, it might not be a sexual kind of love that people would think, oh, if somebody said it could be guilt. See, guilt is not sheep with buffet. It still comes to love. So people will have the capacity to help you, but they will not help you because they do not love you to help you. So that I want people to know, when the word love comes in, don't think love is just love because love is the sexual part of love. No. It's not that. If you have empathy, it still comes with love. Some certain kind of love. It comes with it. Every man should do better. But unfortunately, I tell you, this world that we are now, we cannot erase these kind of things from happening. there are still bad men and bad women out there.
100.
And people will say, that bad man, who do you want to leave it for? And they will leave it for another person will catch it.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing will still go in circles. This thing cannot be eradicated. The only thing that we can do is speak to each other about it.
Mm-hmm.
I have said this thing last night. You cannot tell other people how to love each other. Everybody has his or her own mind. But maybe when they hear people discussing it, it could change the way they do things. It could change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Men need to do better. Women need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, growing up towards my mother, I don't feel like my mother should even still be in that house for 1 minute.
Mm.
I can tell you for a fact, my mother still lives with my father.
Mm.
My mother is the only person my father married, but my dad had several children that my mother raised herself.
Thank you, lifters.
Once the my dad will bring that child home to my mom.
Okay. Anyways.
Let me give you an example. There was a time my mom was sick. She was planning for mayor party and other stuff like that. And she was so preoccupied that for days, this woman forgot to eat. She was so occupied with planning. She fainted and fell sick 2 days before the party. My dad took her to the hospital, called me and said, "Oh, your mom is sick." Oh, I went to the hospital, I got there. If I tell you that my dad went ahead with that party,
while the wife was
in the hospital. I now told my mother that day. I said, "You were planning this same party they are hosting today. Sure, you know that if you had died 2 days or 3 days ago, but guess what? The moment I said that about my dad, my mother flared up. Never say that about your father.
Still protecting him. Which some of us this age we don't do.
Exactly. And now my mother is in that house. Guess what? She is the only person with him now. She cooks for him, she cleans for him, she does absolutely everything for him.
No, the mom is still alive.
Somebody said something that there's some mother will say, if I want to do anything for my mom will tell me that and there are times this thing baffles me, not just baffles me, it upsets my soul. That after everything, why are you doing this? But she would say one thing to me that was soft a little bit. Tanya, we tend to say that mothers' prayers, but we forget that the father's forces too. A mother's prayer is answered, yes. But we always forget the father's forces as well. One thing I just say to people is, do not engage in your parents' problem as a child. Do not, under no circumstance, be it your mother that is bad.
And we parents too should not get our children involved in whatever happens between us.
Exactly. So we all should there should be boundaries as children. And parents with their kids, there should be boundaries as well. There's no manual to this life, there's no manual to marriage, there's no manual to anything we do. Our way of life, there's no manual. You remember my last word last night? Anyway, don't pray, no going. It is when you find yourself in a situation, that's when you know what to do and how to react.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anyways, I think we have dealt with it in our whole relative way. Price Marty, do you want to say something before we leave?
Oh, thank you, man. In fact, it's my first time in this platform.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
Greetings and Oba Onidena. In fact, today the two people I met in the discussion and everything, and everyone has spoken well, very, very well. Everyone has spoken well, and I just like this type of discussion. That's why I a little bit let me stay by just look at what is happening here. Thank you, everyone, once again. Thank God, it's like I'm the only man here now for now.
No, Mr. User too is there. He's a man.
Oh, thank you, sir. So, and everyone in the comment section. everyone, especially what that sister just said now, she admitted the fact that she didn't see her father as Jesus Christ for her time. She saw some error in that man, and how the error was being covered up by the mother. And the effect of that error made her to change her perspective as well, as a daughter, as a child, which that will groom her to have a good home as well. Because if she carried the bitterness of her father, which is called inherited problem, which is not a problem, and start using it to raise her own family, she will not be a bad example as a bad wife in the long run, because she want to retaliate or what she don't want to suffer what her mother suffered, which is one of the genesis of everything everybody's facing now. If you ask everybody, especially this, I used to ask people that all of us nowadays that we are now parents, we were once a child. We all once a child. And the parenting of olden days, especially most of them didn't even go to school, most of them are never travel, they didn't even expose that some other told me one day or the other, which we might call it, they have a lot of imperfection in their thinking, in their behavior and everything. We now think we are smart, we have exposed, which this is the best way. No, there's no best way, there's no wrong way. There's no manual. There's no manual in having a good or bad homes. In fact, so far you're not married to the person I'm married to, you can't judge who I'm married to. Because the Bible says, as our faces are different, our behavior are also different. Our thinking are different. So I can't judge Mr. A that you are treating your wife bad because your wife is not my wife. So what am I trying to say in this case is that woman has said a lot of things about our mother handle the matter. One of the key things is that I could remember, sorry, let me just go back to the Bible. No, we don't need it here for now. But the Bible says something in the book of Proverbs that let mother train their daughters how to behave, and let father train their boys how to behave. I read it in the Bible. That day I was shocked.
It's the duty of a man to teach his boys, and the duty of a woman.
And the duty of a mother, not even mother, grandmother, to treat the guests. So when you abandon those functions to treat or teach them the way they should go, the Bible even says, train up your child the way he should go. There's no manner, the way you think he should go. When you grow up, you will not depart. And that woman said, the blessing is not only from mother. Father also give blessing. So if you abandon your father's blessing because you want to, and you only carry your mother's own, you might not stay complete. The question is this: in every action there is reaction. And that's the reason I used to tell people, thank God I'm not an host, though I can coordinate hosts. I have up to 2,000 followers or something, but I've never had anything called host of anything. But I used to tell people that all these hosts and everything, now we now call social media lawyer and barrister and judges. Married counselor is one of those. And you will now ask yourself, I tell some platform like this, I run away because everybody now hate truth. People don't like truth. There was a day I was in a particular platform and they wanted to send me away because I was telling them the truth. And when they want to send me away, they say, let me you. They were aggressive. I said, the question is this: am I talking in your platform to collect any coin or anything? I'm using my data. I'm saying my opinion. For you to even try to judge me, you are rude. I'm just trying to bring my own solution.
We can always learn from each other. This is a platform for us to learn. You understand?
To learn. So what I'm saying, if you're not okay with that, you should respect it. In fact, they are all ladies anyway. And I said, look at the way you are even talking about. Now say the one particular man is bad or the other. You are also not good. You can't do this. I have a good home.
No, some of you men can be terrible. Sometimes when you go to platforms, I'm telling you, I've seen so many men.
Yes, sir. Either man or a woman, no one is good, no one is bad. Another thing is that every woman being have both negative and positive in them, in which they release what you give to them back to you. My husband beat me. He's a stupid man.
What did you do?
What have you done? When somebody is talking about his wife or something, ask the man or the woman, what have you done? Just tell your negative, don't tell only positive. Don't say the man is the bad, is this, is that. What have you done?
So, excuse me, let me ask you. Sorry for interjecting you. So, even though someone is bad in a marriage, is it right for a man or a woman to beat each other? That's the question.
Answer is no. In fact, not even a child, you are not even supposed to raise your hand on anyone. As you have men bitter, we have women bitter.
That's why I said women. Yes.
And none of them is good, yes, Emma. But do you know one thing? I want you also to know one thing. I got to know one thing. When you see a particular spouse and they are complaining about themselves, let them go to another place. They will love another person. How come you are fighting with that particular? You know what I'm saying? I don't know maybe I was saying. You see somebody in a particular relationship. Every day is like this, and the same person is the best person to another person. What led to that? Is a response, action, and reaction. Nothing more. And love and understanding. So the question is, no one is bad as you're not doing my finish. Me that I'm in mind, look at this. But the question is this. I don't get on this. I will stop this generation. And that's what I not. And yet, she's building now for me sure the marriage is still works like this. Not that we see as a good example. The question is this: the Bible says, "Love from 1 Corinthians 13, love endures nothing, love does not think of his own." Anybody you see that think of a will cannot be good like man or woman. So when you are self-centered and selfish, you cannot have a good marriage. Because your discussion, your defense, your everything based on your own, and nobody Afemi. That is one of the things. And that will be leading to a problem that is not supposed to lead to. And whereas the generation, both men and women self-centered, then you are going to have problem of centered. That is one of the problems. But all these things, like I said earlier on, the solution is this. And what is the solution? How are we going to stop this rubbish, not to kill the generation that... In fact, the generation are coming, they are AI products. AI products. Coming from the womb, they know more than us. Then we are now laying rubbish foundation because of our selfish interests. A lot of things our father tolerated, a lot of our mother tolerated, all because I don't believe any initial grade to come. Everybody shall want to be happy. Eh? Where there's money, there's love. When there's no money, no love. You will not be saying the man is bad, the woman is bad. Easy like, what are you waiting? Too much of expectation, and they now get disappointed. The thing is just too long, and we cannot just stop it. No, the issue is this. Like I said earlier on, nobody is good. No man is good. No woman is good. But the question is this: how do we tolerate ourselves?
It's because I think it's because this generation follows fantasy.
God bless you. God bless you.
Decide that my wedding is this, but there is more. And even though I'm a Christian, I tell people that you don't know how marriage therapy helps people. Your pastor can be your counselor, that's all right. But your pastor is not a therapist. So before going into marriage, you want to know what am I? You have an objective. I'm going there for what? What are the expectations? And we over expectation kills our generation.
Obviously.
My wife is slim now. When she have to do, she be slim. I come back from work, she clean the house, we pay the bills. You exaggerate
Meals
and
and
the
bones.
lady too. My husband will come, my husband will do this, my husband will do this. We compare, we go on social media. We see people that post that picture, we compare our home with them. My husband is not doing this for me, my husband is not doing that for me. Who in the hell will ever post their negative side in their marriage or social media?
So you see a perfect marriage out there, and you think, oh, this one is perfect.
I need 200 million.
Take it till you make it.
Yes, can you spell to? Okay, sorry, bros. In the olden days, right, we have our fathers that will go to farm or go to work. Our mama will be at home. They will only give them money to eat. They are not buying ashwabi every weekend. They are not doing this. And at that time, some people buy ashwabi every weekend because they can afford it. But if they don't buy one, only they don't. So I'm saying, but like that one saying, if only man is only one working, only enough for the family. So what can we do? Let's arrange ourselves. Maybe I am the one that be paying this bill. I am paying that.
This
my
one.
husband is putting money in our savings, our retirement, our this, our that. Is even though we think we are not doing 50-50, it's still 50-50 because I am saving, you are saving, the children are okay. I know that my husband cannot afford 2 million shoe. I am looking for 3 million week. Come on.
In fact, like in Indonesia, you said, man, thank you. Like you just said something in Indonesia. In Indonesia, they believe that our woman shop. They will all gather together to be building the children. That's actually our lily. But now, actually, you know, we have to work. So that is living like our life is low. In fact, I don't want to use me low. So guys, they are living low life, but they are using iPhone. How can you be using iPhone when your life is low? You just want to compare. You don't want to be set yourself.
iPhone when your life is low.
You are not iPhone when your life is low. And you want to use iPhone. You say, I don't know that. What the way? Let me tell you, I'm talking to the man now. Let me just come. Let me be gender biased a little here. I'm going to be very biased, and we are going to tackle me, and I don't mind.
No.
To be a responsible father is not something easy. It's highly sacrificial. In fact, there's a tendency you might even think and ask yourself, can you gain yourself in this world? Because
all the men are now, gathering against that. What am I even doing again?
When you see something, sorry, when you saw this single mother say, One of the, if I some men purposefully don't want to be responsible, just to make sure they take up their life. Because they say, and to be a responsible father, seriously, is over too sacrificial. An example. One more than one worker, she with disability, she won't get school. I can't spend it. And in fact, you see, the thing kicking on my shell, the Bible say a good father
time for the children.
So to achieve that, to attain that level as a man is not something easy. It's draining.
A lot of ọkùnrin ní sense láti pick obìnrin tó bá dá o. But nǹkan tí wọ́n ń wá bóyá obìnrin yẹn ó ní lọ́sẹ̀ kan bóyá kò ṣerun dáadáa bóyá kò rí báyìí kò wà presentable. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti rí ọmọ tó já síta jẹ́ pé tó bá súnmọ́ báyìí gbogbo abẹ́ ìdá omi ni. Nǹkan tí wọ́n ń wá nìyẹn.
So what do the cabinet do me? Pretest.
We're not going to be doing that because if I come.
I'm supporting you because I understand what you want. So whatever you said.
Anybody could dress well, she notice get way. Why nowadays I will be little married all because of see finish with local. They don't have to call it you can how much I libro. I want to marry you, they will not dress, they will not do anything. I don't blame those guys because they don't figure that. Madam do this, I don't know. I just want to do okay. I want to dress well, yeah. I want to talk about John Shishele, woman you pa. Wala woman, hold on. Shetri, one man will bring to America, they go to see Bishop. Why do what was Sunday? One of money school, one of his sports. The bad day or Bishop of the barrier, what woman, you only want to be one and look on the I want to go and pass Nita. I want to get more bow, they put a barrier with a jacket to go air, so, ever blame will be the one who married. And he became a walk we will look and I said, Bishop, what she did, what's not money school. Okay, but she got money school. She want to not seeing you over there. She 12 hours, 7 to 7 in Moshe. Now, go back there. On the sports, we are on the sports. Almost assignment. On jet, go on the freezer. On jet to okay. See, over there. That man said about the jump. My one available as love fabo. I want just she share. I want job. What about she? I want just work. Kilo share. Be sharing. I want make the majority nice time. Got no story bet. Taba no story bet. Conversation. You know my dead. You any good sex bet. Do it. Taba ni tiba jilo joketi. I want me an order because. Any Jimmy, I don't piece shit. I don't think you're about to see the share rights. The minimum what she share get that be appearing. Or join him and say, go to my one freezer. So, what about what I like by she said, okay, I buy the share much. Okay, take a just talk. Take a minute.
I don't know.
I'm not hearing. So, you don't tell me, bros, you don't tell me people bring it jaga into marriage. How will you change people bring it?
There's no manual for a good marriage. Also, it's a very nice one. She really to look on be but be not she will phone. Madam, Emma be no. She will get a society. She gets me. Hello, man. Emma be no legs away. You get it so exactly where she in it. We should not be what to me. Emma be no. Getting so more so. Tell me, boy, I will I should boy. Kusika tuku na yeti bisho. Yet kusebe tu nibu bini ko nit.
Ya wo nit.
Obìnrin ma so libet boy ma sonje. Wa lo bishe. Ise ni méjì beta. Ko ga so yi ko sika to ni obe o. O ba to ma pariwo pe jo ko te to ikan e ko te nit no ani kanu mi to ba so ni pasta.
Prince o mo lẹ́ni tó ṣe dé sí Canada láti London. Ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mú kúrò London. Ìyàwó yẹn dọ̀tí bí ẹlẹ́dẹ̀. Kò sí nǹkan tí dọ́kítọ̀ ò lè ṣe. Dọ́kítọ̀ máa try ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run ẹ̀sán ló bú dọ́kítọ̀. Ṣé mo yọ obìnrin tó ti break heart wọn? Àwọn obìnrin máa sunkún. Dọ́kítọ̀ àbáwọn sálóhùn ò ṣe mọ́. Èyí tó wá gbé yìí, lady was very clean nǹkan tó marry. Ṣé tí lady yìí sìn? Mo fọ́nà máa ṣe lẹ́rìí. Ó lóun ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ kò lè ṣiṣẹ́.
Ìgbà tí ọkọ ti jẹ́ dọ́kítọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọkọ wa lọ gba cleaner tó máa ń clean. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ìgbà tó ń lọ sí Canada, ó dìde sọ fún mi pé cleaner yẹn lòun máa fẹ́. Ó padà lọ sí London lọ fún cleaner lòun ni. Ó máa tọ́pẹ́ ìyàwó ẹ̀ ti divorce sí. Àwa sọ ọkọ tẹ̀. Àwa sọ.
Ọmọ yẹn men, are you getting that now?
Ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ lobìnrin yẹn mọ́ sọ fún tìkọ̀tẹ̀ sùn.
Òun ṣe pé kò sí lọ́dọ̀ ó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe rí iléeṣẹ́ sọ́lẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ̀ bọ̀ kò sí ó lè má rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ lómi. Because àwọn kan wà tán yàtọ̀. Ṣé n gẹ̀tì? Lóòótọ́ àwọn obìnrin kan wà àwọn òwúlò àwọn obìnrin kan wà wọ́n. But the question is that ẹ máa rí ní ìtọ́jú púpọ̀ máa kẹ́ lójú nínú kòsíkà tó lè ṣe. She will see his baby. So because Some people, they are just like that. So there's no formula for a better person.
Àwọn kan máa ń wà tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá ṣe mistake láyé wọn, wọn ò lè fix life wọn. So sometimes, tá bá bẹ̀ sí hold up in a company, ẹ má divorce, ẹ kò ń damage life àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, kò ń ṣe ilẹ̀ damage life wọn. Because the children are not learning anything from that marriage. Now, let me use myself as an example. Ẹni tí mo fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ kò lè gbómi kaná, kò ní mí lára o, kò lè gbómi kaná. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo bí mo ṣe wà committed, àṣẹ bí mi ò tẹ̀ tí mo kọ́kọ́ pè ní commitment. Ìgbà tí mo fẹ́ second husband mi, bàbá mi tí ó bá fọwọ́ mọ́ ìfọyín. Tí ọkọ mi bá sójà fún yín, èmi ò rí ìtọ́jú ọkọ mi lórí oúnjẹ. Tọ́kọ mi bá lọ sí àkúrò, bí a kò ṣe sójà ọ̀dà orí ẹ̀mí, ó máa fọwọ́ parí ẹ̀ fọ́ ni. I am proud of. Now, what's up for me? You have been struggling over these children. For the meantime, leave these children for me. Leave anything of bills for me. I will cover it up. You want to see me? You want to see me? And I am trying to do it for some time. See how come back to us? She come back to us. She come in with the phone for bill. You run. And if I am
Yorùbá nation no going back. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lọ sílùú Nàìjíríà. Tẹ́ni dìbì tẹ́ máa lọ́ọ̀jì sí. Ẹ pè mí kí n fún yín phone number direct service apartment. Ní 2-minute drive sí International Mohammed Airport. 2-minute drive, 24 hours flight, 24 hours internet, security, enough workers, kitchen wà, everything wà. Each apartment ló ní kitchen títí ẹ̀. Each apartment ní kitchen wà. So fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, ẹ pè mí kí n fún yín phone number wọn. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ reach out sí mi, phone number tí mò ń lò sí òun ló wà lójú screen yìí tẹ́ lè fi reach out sí mi. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra product iléeṣẹ́ TL Natural Bar, ẹni ìdàgbòjẹ̀dí àti pákúrúmọ́ kó dó dáadáa. Mi ò fẹ́ kí program yìí gùn sómi ní polówó lọ títí. Òun ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin dáàdì tẹ̀wọ̀ pé 70, 80. Òun lè ṣe lè gbé bọ́dì mọ́ ohun tẹ́ ní lónìí. Ẹ̀yin màámi, mo dàgbà mọ́ mi ò ṣoge mọ́ ẹ̀ tọ́jú ara yín ni o. Orí tẹ́ fi ṣèwé wà ń bẹ̀ o. Abẹ́ tẹ́ fi ṣe sisi abẹ́ yẹn náà ló ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ o. Wàláì, abẹ́ àgbàlagbà mi gan sàn ju abẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ lọ. Kí wá lóde tábẹ́ tó sàn yẹn tí ò sì ní lè jẹ kùkúmbà. Ó yẹ kó lè jẹ kùkúmbà. Ohun tẹ́ nílò lélẹ̀. Ẹ gbé fún dádì ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbé lura. Kí wọ́n bá yín togi sáàrò yín. Kí inú yín lè ṣe kíni kó lè kù. Ṣé títogi sáàrò gan ògùn ní lágbára lọ́tọ̀. Iṣẹ́ gidi ló ṣe. Ẹ rí pé mo lo kíní lẹ́ni mi ò lo tv lẹ́ni. So ohun lélẹ̀. Ẹ ṣe kíni ẹ gbé lura gbogbo ẹ̀yin dádì. Kẹ́ wá wo iṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe. Bákan náà ti gẹ̀dígẹ̀dì. Ohun lélẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti gẹ̀dígẹ̀dì tó ti jẹ́ yín lé ògógó ẹ̀yìn. Tọ́pẹ́ ẹ̀yin yóò dá mọ́. Tẹ́yìn ríro jẹ́ kẹ́ gbádùn. Tẹ́ lè jókòó. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin dádì tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ driving lẹ́ ń ṣe. Ó wá tí affect ẹ̀yin yín torí truck tẹ́ ń wá. Ẹ wá làgbo gẹ̀dígẹ̀dì. Kẹ́ fi ṣe kíni kẹ́ fi treat ara yín. Àlàáfíà bá dé yín bá yín. Mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí yẹn náà. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra wig. Ẹ má rò pé tó ra wig tó já scarf mórí o. Ẹ má like àti wé scarf lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹ̀yin náà ti mọ̀ mí. Kí n wé kó rí pàmpàm lórí. Mo like ẹ̀ gan. So ẹ wá ra wig. Àwọn wig wà lóríṣiríṣi. Mo láwọn fine wig. Àwọn nínú wọn tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dé. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà available. Ẹ pè mí kẹ́ bá mi rajà. Ojú òní tì mí. Bákan náà ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra aṣọ. Summer ti dé. Ó yẹ kí ti máa gbọ́ Lady K fún mi láṣọ tí máa fi rọ́ọ̀kì summer 3, 4, 5. Ẹ kò nígbà tí ó sì summer wá dé singan ló yẹ kẹ́ bá mi rajà jù. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mọ́ mi mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé síìmù mi ló kọ̀ sí ẹ̀. Síìmù mi tó gbé gisẹ́lì òun ló dá gbogbo wọ́wọ́wé sílẹ̀. Bọ̀ tó bá náà ni kò bàjẹ́ ilé ọba tó ju ẹwà ló bù sí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mọ́ mi mẹ́wàá ra aṣọ summer tó bá jẹ́ 3/4 tí mo wọ̀ yìí ẹ lè fi rọ́ọ̀kì summer. Ẹ lè fi rọ́ọ̀kì 3/4 ni. Èyí tí òde orúnkún wà, èyí tó kọjá orúnkún wà. Atẹ́gùn adé máa fẹ́ sí yín dáadáa. Wọ́n là níwájú. So atẹ́gùn a máa blow gbogbo ẹ̀. A máa wọlé sí yín lágọ̀ọ́ ara. So ẹni feel it. Ó lọ party bó ṣe wà ń sìn yín. Kí wọ́n ní wọ́n mú gèlè kan ní party kan tí bá yá sí. Tí mo wá kọ́lọ̀ bàtà àti bag tó máa ṣe gèlè yẹn. Tí mo lo jewelries tó dáa. Wọn ò ní lé mi pẹ̀lú aṣọ tí mo wọ̀ pé kí n má wọ party. Máa wọlé. So kò sáṣọ tẹ́ra lọ́dọ̀ Lady K tẹ́lẹ̀ ló lọ sí party. Tẹ́ bá tó wá fẹ́ lo àwọn tó tún wá grade dáadáa ju eléyìí lọ. Ó tún wà available mi. Mo ní wọn ní size by size, grade by grade. Ló wà ń bí báyìí. Bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Ìyẹn tún dúró bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ra purse, fine purse, ó wà available. lọ́dọ̀ Lady K Ìfẹ́ Olúwaṣọ. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ àwọn spiritual items ó wà available. Àwọn spiritual items wíbẹ̀ jẹ́bẹ̀ tọ́lọ́run Olódùmarè ni. Òun ló fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo spiritual work mi tó wà níbí báyìí orúkọ Ọlọ́run orúkọ Jésù la fi ṣe tó dẹ̀ ń jẹ́ bí idán. Ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ní ṣùgbọ́n tàbí tẹ́ ẹ ń fèsì yẹn ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ kò sóhun tádùúrà ṣe tì. Tẹ́ bá ti tọ ọ̀nà tó tọ́ tó yẹ àdúrà máa gbà. Ogun yẹn á ṣẹ́. Ẹ bojú ẹ̀yin bá ẹ̀ ní rí. Ẹ sún ọkàn yẹn á balẹ̀. Ẹ rí iṣẹ́ ṣe. Inú yẹn á dùn ayọ̀ yẹn á kún owó á wà ìfọkànbalẹ̀ á wà ọkọ gidi ìyàwó alálùbáríkà òun lẹ máa fẹ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá nídìí àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ lè lò tó jẹ́ fún spiritual. Mi ò like àti rojọ́ lọ títí pẹ̀lú àwọn spiritual items lórí social media. But anything tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fún spiritual items ìbá jẹ́ fún ọfà ìbá jẹ́ agbélé pọ́tà ìbá jẹ́ back to sender ìbá jẹ́ arọ́bì ìbá jẹ́ wẹ ìgúnwẹ ìpè ìbá jẹ́ nǹkan tẹ́ lè lò fún ẹ̀bẹ̀ àwọn àgbà ìbá jẹ́ nǹkan tẹ́ lè lò fún àmúbọ́. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ bá tájẹ̀tì kan báyìí á kù díẹ̀ báyìí á tún bọ́ ọmọ yín lọ́wọ́. Kì í ṣe lásán kò dẹ̀ sóhun tẹ́ nílò bí kò ṣàwọn ohun èlò àdúrà tẹ́ dẹ̀ máa ní testimony ayọ̀ tẹ́ máa jíjó ọpẹ́ tẹ́ máa mọ̀ wípé yes tó tọ́ ni Lady K sìn Jésù ló ń sìn alágbára tó ń gbé alágbára mì alágbára tó ń rán alágbára níṣẹ́ ó wà síbẹ̀ ó ṣiṣẹ́ àmì àti iṣẹ́ ìyanu. So gbẹ̀yìn tẹ́ bá ní àwọn nǹkan spiritual items fún anything ìbájẹ́ fún ìfẹ́ ìbájẹ́ fún ìgbéyàwó ìbájẹ́ fún iṣẹ́ ìbájẹ́ fún ìṣẹ́gun ìbájẹ́ fún owó ìbájẹ́ fún business ìbájẹ́ fún contract anything tẹ́ bá ní the spiritual items fún ẹ pé Lady K Ìfẹ́ Olúwaṣọ àdúrà gbogbo wa gbà lórúkọ Jésù. Tó bá dẹ̀ já àwọn nǹkan fà náà ni ṣó ní wíwẹ̀ ni ṣó ní mímu ni ṣó ní fífi para ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà available lọ́dọ̀ Lady K Ìfẹ́ Olúwaṣọ. Àwọn ògùn ọ̀fà lóríṣiríṣi because n tó máa sábà ránṣẹ́ jù nìyẹn kọ́ lọ kó ṣàánú wa nu ayé ìní. Ẹlòmíì gọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó máa rán sí gbanú afẹ́fẹ́ nígbà tí yẹn bá ti ní má darí kan iṣẹ́ tó sì rán gbọ́dọ̀ jí sábẹ́yàrá wẹ́ni tó ti rẹpẹtẹ tó ti fira ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tí ó mọ̀ pé àràgbé láyé èèyàn máa ń fojoojúmọ́ dira ni abáyà kó sóhun lára gbọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́nu tó dẹ̀ràn kìíní ìṣe ṣe wá lọ forí kógun ológun báyìí kọ́ lọ má jà bá wọn forí kógun ológun. So gba anything tẹ́ bá fẹ́ lò ẹ pé Lady K Ìfẹ́ Olúwaṣọ Christian gbàdúrà gbogbo wa àdúrà oníṣe tí wọ́n ti tó bá tó wá jẹ́ pé àwọn lọ́fíńdà náà ni lóríṣiríṣi lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan àwọn lọ́fíńdà tó ní iṣẹ́ nínú iṣẹ́ aṣínà iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ́gun iṣẹ́ back to sender lóríṣiríṣi ó wà níbí owó ilé báyìí sí iṣẹ́ back to sender ni ẹ kọ́ ra spray ẹ̀ sára tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé títa àwọn ọ̀nà back to sender ńláńlá báyìí irú àwọn ilé ilẹ̀ bá fẹ́ èyí tó ní iṣẹ́ nínú ó wà ẹ lè máa fi sínú omi ìwẹ̀ yín èyí tó ní iṣẹ́ nínú wà èyí tó ní iṣẹ́ nínú wà ẹ máa fi sómi ìwẹ̀ yín ẹ lè rọra fi sínú omi kẹ wọ́n sínú yàrá yín àdúrà ti gbà gbogbo bí máa padà sí tó ti ń bọ̀ tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ìtẹ́ máa spray sí body ni very fine scent back to sender iṣẹ́ lẹ́wọ̀n ìkíṣe lọ́fíńdà lásán so gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ṣe kí ni ló wà available for anything any spiritual things tẹ́ bá ti fẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà available kò dẹ̀ sí country tí mi ò lè bá yín sẹ́ǹdì ọjà yín sí àdúrà gbogbo wa gbà lórúkọ Jésù ipa ayé ò ní ká wa fa òkùnkùn ní wọ́n wá gbogbo májẹ̀mú ibi lórí ayé wa ọ̀run abá wa sọ di asán gbogbo agbára tó ń yọ wá lẹ́nu tó ń mú ìfàsẹ́yìn bá ìrìn àjò ògo ayé wa ilẹ̀ alanu á gbé ogun náà mì á gbé agbára náà mì ojú àti Sátánì àtàwọn ọmọ ogun ẹ̀ à ní testimony ayọ̀ à gbégbá ọpẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa rí Jésù Olúwa wa àmín 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 lórúkọ Jésù. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti subscribe sí YouTube channel mi kẹtọ notification bẹ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bá mi share program mi mo fẹ́ lẹ́dùnmáre bẹ̀yìn ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ojú òní tí yín ẹ bá mi share mi ìfi bẹ́ẹ̀ sí nínú àwọn gúrùpù mi mọ̀ yín tí ẹ bá dẹ̀ ní gúrùpù Yorùbá Nation ẹ add mi padà sínú àwọn group because mo ti lose contact a lot of people WhatsApp mi tó gbé lọ yẹn ó ti jẹ́ kí n lose so many contacts so àfàwọn tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń pè mí ni mo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn so bó ṣe jẹ́ ní ojú òní tí wà ó ẹ ṣé gan ni ire o.